Welcome to Seven-Sided Die's Carpathian adventure. Travel back 700 years to the early 1300s. Castles like this dot the countryside. The Hungarian Empire, or Carpathian Empire, is at its zenith. The nascent Ottomans are on the rise, but neither Holy nor Roman nor an empire. Holy Roman Empire battles within. England and France fight one another. As the Templars recede into history, the Teutons are on the rise. Welcome to the Carpathian adventure. This was a great hall. There would have been a roaring fire. It would have been adorned with Gothic windows. This might be where our adventuring party might gather. Let's meet them.
My name is Virexin. I am a monk who was exiled into Greece after fleeing my homeland. I was sent on a quest via a dream I received. I went in search of great heroes I saw in the dream to help stop some monstrosity from wreaking havoc across the world. I found those heroes in the champions of the sun. Now I strive to gain their trust so they can one day help me defeat the vile beast that threatens everything.
I am Kip Kaelin, Ranger of the North, and I am lost. Hailing all the way from Garin in Scotland, I have faced great tragedy, losing all those dear to me. I am haunted by that fateful night, and what was taken from me. I face defeat at every turn, attempting to enact revenge on those that did this to us. And when all my strength, resources, and allies, save for my trusted wolf Lycoa, was depleted, I stumbled upon the champions of the sun at the Battle of Sagut. I decided to ally myself with these seemingly capable and worthy adventurers to aid me in putting the lost to rest. It is what she would want, or so she seems to indicate.
I am Balder, a Norseman, a soldier, and an eldritch knight. I left my home to leave politics behind, only to be dogged by it across Europe. I first met the Champions of the Sun outside a small town in Hungary. Together, we battled Ottoman raiders and vampires. The Champions gave me purpose again, and where it takes me, I know not, but I know I want to be a part of it.
My name is Jumnus Dawnflower. I used to be a merchant sailor until I was shipwrecked on a strange island and killed in a sacrificial blood ritual. In the moment between life and death, an otherworldly goddess of light came to me, offering me a second chance at life if I swore to enact her will upon the world. Now I travel with the champions of the sun, looking to right wrongs, vanquish evil, and earn the new life I've been given.
I am Borinth, the Cave Bear. I come from a tribe of barbarians that once lived in the mountains of the Badenweiler. While on my sacred spirit quest, my tribe and family were attacked with none left alive. I now seek the power to avenge my people. With my rage, I grow stronger, and with the champions of the sun, I seek a path to restore and preserve my people's culture and rid this world of any evil that stands in my way.
I am Matthias, of the House of Bathory, Knight Baron of Carpathia. With my traveling companion, Ambria, I was dragged into a whirlwind path by a rogue monk. But those I have met since then have earned my respect, and, more importantly, my trust.
Welcome to the Carpathian adventure.
the pirate map.
Welcome, I'm Tom. Thank you for joining us. We're a group of gamers who get together in real life to play Dungeons and Dragons. Some of us are military, some are in IT, others retail managers. A few are parents, students, etc. So we do this strictly for fun. We hope you enjoy it. Nonetheless, there were quite a few thank yous in our open, if you read all of that tiny text, except one, you. We would like to thank you, our Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook followers, as well as our YouTube subscribers. Thank you for joining us. If you have not already, please follow on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Please like on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, please subscribe on YouTube. If during the stream you follow or donate on Twitch, or if you subscribe on YouTube, your username should pop up on the screen. And during the stream, some of us, there's some other stuff going on in here. Some of us are also watching Twitch. They're not relieving themselves up camera, don't worry. At least I hope you don't think so. You can hear everything with these mics. Please feel free to comment or ask questions. While live, we will endeavor to answer your questions if they are appropriate questions. Brad, or the Jumnus Dawnflower, is organizing our t-shirt contest, and we were just having a conversation offline about it. Brad, where are you, Brad? Brad, there you are.
Hi, hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Arr, it be International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh, it is.
So I'm going to be doing that all day.
I actually did dig up an eye patch.
Ah, you found one.
I found one.
I lost me eye patch. Much like I lost me leg. Now I have this wooden peg leg. Yar.
Much like you just lost the audience.
I like we ever had one to begin with.
So
So I be doing our t-shirt contest. So we were talking. I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing it we're changing it over. So now it's going to be people in the Twitch chat. So if you have to be watching us on Twitch live during the stream, and then we're starting it next week or next session in 2 weeks. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a little like code word, and we're going to put it. It'll be up like on the screen somewhere. It'll say like, "Hey, type in this word into the chat, and you'll be eligible to win." And then we're going to catalog everybody that types in this word in the chat, and we will
both of you.
Yes, both of you. Maybe 3 if we're lucky, if my friends are watching. And then you can win a t-shirt. Maybe. The chances are pretty good, I'd say. If you do this, you have a good chance to win a free t-shirt.
Well, I don't think. I know I did not appreciate how many people are anonymously on YouTube. So
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So we understand. We had a tough time reaching the last winner. If he does, he or she does reach out to us.
Yeah.
Then by all means, the t-shirt is yours. Sure. We're not trying to hoard t-shirts. But moving ahead so that we get better contact with folks, I think that's a great idea. Yeah. I appreciate it. And Brad has I think, maybe, possibly, a synopsis of the last episode?
Yes. Yes, I do. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I made it immediately after the last session. So.
And as he's pulling that up, thank you to all of our current subscribers. Last I checked, we have 153 subscribers on YouTube. I believe we have 52 followers on Twitch, and an astounding number as well on Facebook. And that is absolutely incredible, and we appreciate it. Again, we do this just for fun, but we'd like to see those numbers tick up as well as Brad. I'm stalling as...
Okay.
And Brad.
So I don't have synopsis, but I can do that. Along the quest to gather the tools and knowledge necessary to defeat the vampire Emperor Osman Ghazi, the party found themselves in the city of Lore, where they were set to deliver Demetrius Paleologos and establish him as successor to the throne. They killed the king, Stefan Malutin, and they implanted the child Demetrius Paleologos on the throne. And the last session was basically them dealing with, I guess, the immediate aftermath. So Simonida decided to stay behind in Vlore, and there was a lot of shenanigans in a bar with a shark
Yes.
hole.
Yes.
I guess. I don't know how to explain that better. So a lot of it was bar games, really, and there was a lot of goofing around. It was really silly and fun. And that was basically it, really. They're basically ready to head out to the next leg of their adventure.
Okay. Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. Huzzah. Welcome back, everybody. Wyland is being impersonated by a 1.5 liter.
Captain Morgan.
Arr, arr, yarr, yarr. That famous Old Spice.
Oh, what are these?
Ooh.
Sound dampers.
Ah,
Are those new?
Yes.
I hope so.
I'm assuming.
I mean, I'm that oblivious sometimes.
Well, I think,
I
there
hope
were,
so.
I think there were 2 of them last time. Now there's more.
They're multiple.
Well, it was a test. What you folks, the few folks watching at home can't see is we are always, or Tom is always trying to improve the audio quality to minimize extraneous noise being picked up by everybody's microphone. So off camera, there are some shotgun mics, which are very good shotgun mics, but still they pick up fans, tick-tocks of clocks, people relieving themselves. and what have you. So we're trying to minimize that noise.
like
I can see this is going to be an interesting night.
Brad's pretending like he could pour a cup full of ice quiet.
There you go.
Trying to be quiet.
So what you're saying is now we can have all these side conversations and nobody will hear us?
No.
No.
Teasing.
It just means the ambient noise won't be heard. I wish we had somebody to run the mic board, and then we could pop down some of the mics from time to time. But that's just not in the cards right now. And Pumpkin's joining us looking for chicken, probably.
Chicken?
Any chicken? Give me chicken. Any chicken? Are you going to play Mattias tonight?
Apparently.
We'll probably get more viewers if you do.
Yeah.
Wyland,
Crazy
Yeah.
cat videos.
Crazy cat D&D player.
Wyland sent me a video of that on Facebook.
What?
He puts a D20 in front of his cat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he says, roll for initiative. And he rolls it, and it's a 4. And he goes, well, that's not that good. And he rolls it, he hits it again. He goes, you can't just roll it again.
There's a
'Cause you
whole
don't like it.
Instagram called it's Dice Cats, I think is what it is, and it's just like the cat is I think the cat's name is Shepherd I don't remember what it is, but it's
Yeah, I
like
forget
they're rolling for this, and then they'll like just knock a dice over into a dice tray, and then it'll cut to like just the cat doing something, like they're rolling for an attack against like this monster, and then it'll cut to the cat playing with a toy. It's adorable. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, cat videos are popular. What can you say? The party is in the castle, I believe, correct? Or I believe you're in the castle, not at the bar. You're in the castle in Vlore, Serbia, Albania. It is morning. Mattias approaches the party. I'm assuming you're all together.
Sure.
I think we are.
We are now.
Yes.
Yes. And I have my newly acquired shark jaw.
Yes. You have to have
That's
it
right.
mounted
Oh, I
on your
forgot about that.
uniform.
It's so cool.
I was gonna look for a little mini shark jaw.
I was going to print one.
Oh, are you?
I gotta
All the
print
better. Makes it. Mattias approaches the champions of the sun. I have to return to Buda, but I sense our party is being pulled in multiple directions. There might be other quests that demand our attention at the same time. So I understand we might be approaching a good place to part ways for a while. Your thoughts?
Well, with every passing day, Osman Ghazi grows stronger and more powerful, and more tragedies befall the world at his hands. So if you handle the champion of the sun's business in Buddha, that would free us up to continue the quest and save us a lot of time and possibly save many lives.
Yes. I have to return to Buddha. I have no choice. If all right, to shorten my trip to Buddha, or ours, he nods, leaning toward Argan and Ambil, and to a lesser extent by Rexon. We'll depart the party at, we didn't really discuss our next stop, but I'm at Sibinek, if we can leave there. It's going to be the shortest route to Buddha through the passes.
Sibinek?
Yes, in Croatia, it's part of the Hungarian or Carpathian Empire.
Okay.
It's where the siege was, where we enlisted Emilio Faldebruno in the raid to Italia.
Can I get a map, actually? Can we get a map?
I know, as a party, we've been somewhat remiss in keeping this map up to date, but
Yeah.
Gundrick was the calligrapher.
Gundrick was.
He was the calligraphy.
Right now we're in
So we're in
Vlore.
Vlore, and Vlore is yay. Where? Oh, here.
Yeah, and yes.
Okay, so we're going up the Adriatic.
Adriatic.
Okay.
Yes.
And stop in Sibinek.
Drop myself, Argam,
Okay.
Ambril, and perhaps by Rexon off, and then we'll meet up with you again at some point.
Oh yes. Let's get that on there. Look at that
Okay.
ink. The water looks amazing on there.
That sounds fair.
I can't see
What?
I can't see.
Oh, down. Yeah,
Oh,
look a map.
there it is.
Yeah, check that out,
A map. A map.
people on the stream. Yeah. Okay. That sounds fair.
But what is to the north?
To the north of what?
I'm just saying, we don't care.
Well, I think we had very ambitious
Can you show
plans
me
at
around?
one point. and they
So we're
went in
here.
another
So
direction.
we're going by the sea to Sibinek.
By the sea to Sibinek.
And then
And then from there we can go to Venice.
I would imagine we would continue north through the sea to cut off any land travel up to Venice and move straight there northwest to
Right to Scotland.
straight to Scotland. Yeah. No, to we're in Bavaria, right? Bavaria? Barovia? One of them is a fictional D&D world and one is a real life
Bavaria
world.
is real.
Bavaria is real. To Bavaria.
No.
Barovia?
Where,
Wait, now I'm
Nadia
confused.
says, where...
Bavaria
where-
is a pasta sauce. Or a pasta without a sauce.
What,
Oh, then it would. Then it's that's the real life thing. To
Tom
Germany.
is
To
curious.
Germany.
Right.
Yeah.
Bavaria is
Bavaria.
a
Okay.
state in
Correct. Okay, so I was correct.
Okay.
southeastern Germany.
So then Barovia is
What's
where Count
Barovia?
Strahd is.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's a different vampire associated with Barovia.
Yes. Okay.
Stolen from Bavaria, but still.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Barovia is.
Got it.
I think
The
that
DB.
one
No, so I was right.
is the Nazi, not the ones you're talking about.
No, they're all. I mean, both of them. No, I don't think. Is Count Strahd a Nazi?
Is he a
I don't
Nazi?
think so. No. Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. So yeah, I think Borinth had something he wanted to do there, and
Yeah, he
that
needed to go home.
they
What was
have-
the mountain range that he needed to go to because of
That's something
this?
else.
Well, I mean, he needed to go to the mountain range up there.
Yes. Well, that's
Well, if he ever wakes up from below deck, we can
that's
ask.
yeah. That's also where the the Teutons are, the Teutonic Knights.
The Teutons.
Mattia says the Teutons are
We're from Germany.
much farther north. They're up in, I believe, they're primarily located up in. He leans forward over the map. Königsberg.
Oh. And that's over there. And we got to go
Oh, that's really far up the map.
like here somewhere? Question mark. I think is Germany.
Yes, that would be the general area.
And then we go to France from there. Yay here.
Or we make a big circle back around.
Well, then we go to Scotland.
Yeah, we go up,
Oh, yeah.
over,
Oh, yeah.
stop at Norway.
There's two of us that have to go to Scotland.
That's so far. It's gonna take so long.
And then we have to go to China.
Yes. So I say, all right. Does that sound fair? Or I'm assuming we're going to
Sivanek,
Germany.
I mean, that's all a water route, right? We could just take the boat there, right?
to
To Sivanek and then up to Venice.
Yeah.
And then
Our other option would be to go northeast by land, but where we have a lot of unfinished business.
Mm.
But I don't.
Does it have to do with Ghazi?
No.
Then I think we can.
I
put
think
that
we
off.
have to. We have to focus on Ghazi. I think you're right.
We could probably put that off.
And then once we're done
Circle
with
that back on the way back.
Well, what are we
maybe.
waiting for? Let's kill him now.
Ghazi, we should go right back. Yeah, let's do that.
Oda,
Work up a spell.
I now have a tiger and a snake. We got this.
Yeah, we're good. So yeah, I think that sounds fair. So we'll head to Sibinek.
Our contract with Emilio was to probably come to an end. You might have to just negotiate some small fee with him to get you to Venice, but I don't.
Sure.
I can't speak for him, but I don't think that would be a problem.
Okay.
I'll take any of the receipts and bills back to Buddha
Sure.
that we collected to make sure they're paid.
Okay.
While you're at it.
I think we've only used like 2 of those.
Well, you're
Is
paying
there a
debts.
potential for just tacking on for our trip to Venice?
I don't see why not, but let's just
No, we'll talk
ask
to
him
Yeah.
what it's
That sounds fair.
costs. I mean, I
Okay.
don't. But it seems probably reasonable. I can't imagine it's much.
Okay.
Very well. What is the party doing? You are in the castle.
Getting ready to go. Borinth had to do a thing. Sounds like Marcus building shit. I don't know what that. Okay. I know he wanted to do it before he left Flore, but clearly he's not here. But I told him a couple sessions ago that he needed 500 gold worth of incense and 4 strips of ivory worth 50 gold a pop. And that was his plan, was to get it before we left. Clearly he's not here, but that's something Bourne would be doing in the morning.
Okay. He would have a sense that Vlore is a big town, but it'd be hard pressed to find that quickly in this town. Probably Venice would be
Even better.
exponentially easier.
And you know what?
That makes
This
sense.
is
I would
not
have told
a
him that.
big, bustling town.
Okay.
If you will.
Venice is very
I
much a
mean,
trade
you
city,
might
so-
find something, but it would be digging.
Okay. Can I, however, before we leave, I would like to pilfer the royal castle in search of. Let me just find it. Like a big silver mirror or a font of like a water fountain thing or a crystal bowl.
Quite
Worth-
stubbornness.
1,000 gold.
I will settle for a crystal ball.
About Venice.
Well, I figure we're in a palace. We basically killed the king, so I feel like we could just take what we want. At
You
this point.
very quickly find a mirror. It's about the size of that clock on the wall. Maybe just a little bit longer.
Looks like 1,000 gold worth.
Yeah, you roll a investigation check.
Well, definitely know how expensive mirrors were back then.
16, I think.
You think so?
Sure. I'm gonna take
And you
it.
could probably
How much does it have to
have it
cost?
About
little-
1,000 gold.
Oh.
a little
says-
more gold embellished to it, what have you.
Okay.
I have a 5 gold
Do
mirror.
would I feel like
Would that help?
I need
If we
as a focus for my
need it
scrying
by
spells? I
$5.
need a mirror, a
That's what it's for.
font of holy water, or a crystal ball worth 1,000 gold.
The holy water needs to be 1,000 gold too.
No, just any with it's the container. I think
Oh,
it's just meant to be a gold dump, really. But
Oh,
all right, well, I'm gonna try it
because
anyway.
I have a holy water flask.
No, well, I can bless water.
Oh,
I can make holy water. I need the container. I'm gonna steal the mirror, or not steal it. I killed the king. We killed the king. It's mine now.
You just tell some guy to go.
I'm
bring
gonna
us to
say,
my
hey,
ship."
bud.
Several guards look at you askance, but they let you walk out with it.
Thanks. I'm gonna give him all a thumbs up.
Great balance you have here. You're just walking out with a big mirror.
Yeah. Just strap it to my back, under my shield, hide it, and that's my morning. Like looking for the mirror and stealing this mirror.
Okay.
Are all I do.
You manage to find the mirror. You have it strapped to your back. You probably take a bed sheet in the meantime, and you kind of wrap it because you don't want to break it either. Who knows? You might get bad luck then, right? Or something.
Yeah.
back then they sure believed
Already.
Or at least shards of mirror in your back.
Roll with
Yeah, either
disadvantage
way.
for the next 10 years.
Oh my god. I would just die.
Okay.
that. That'd be hilarious.
What is the rest of the party doing?
I am gonna be just kind of sitting there with my pets, and I'm gonna be trying to play around with the eye, just try and see if I can learn a little bit more about it. So I'm gonna be trying different things, like trying to focus on Lycoa and let him run around me and see if the eye does anything. If that doesn't work, I'll focus on like his barding and have it run around and see if that, if the eye reacts to it. Any of that kind of stuff, maybe shoot it, focusing on an arrow, shooting it, and letting at a target in the in the castle. Just
1 second. Let me look something up where you're saying that.
sure, just trying to see if I can figure more out about the eye and how it works.
You find out about the eye.
Today I wear the
Can it
badge.
see ghosts?
Ooh, can you target the ghosts? I don't think so. They're creatures. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't target
Well, they're
creatures.
I guess undead. Right? That's what they do.
Yeah, they're,
You can target
but
their plasma.
creatures are anything that's alive.
Correct,
really.
yeah.
Or-
You can target their plasma.
Can you target regular blood?
Okay.
Why not?
That was cool. You concentrate on the armor. You said that first of the objects, and the chevron seems to lock to it.
Oh, nice. So as
Turn that around.
as he runs around me in a circle, like the chevron just kind of goes this way and then maybe comes out the other
Yeah,
side.
if you
or is
stop watching him, you see it moving with him.
That... Okay.
And
Interesting.
you seem to know there's an indication up above how far away it is.
Okay. Oh, that's nifty. But when I focused on him itself, nothing. Okay, so I'm discerning that it's some sort of an object that I can see, or
I mean, you
That's a good
did
question.
see it.
I did see it. Yep. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna focus on Boren's hammer. He's not near me.
Right.
So
Um,
does it move?
The chevron disappears.
And I turn around. Does it appear again?
No.
No. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That is what Kip is doing. He's just
Okay.
messing around with the eye, trying to figure it out.
Okie doke. And so Simonita approaches you. Safe journeys. And then, as awkwardly as she can, she hugs each of you and bids you adieu.
I missed you most of all.
Gemnis will say goodbye to Simonita, and he'll also ask if she wants to keep Charlie.
I'm sure he would be. I would be thrilled to. You don't want to take him with you?
I mean, where we're going is going to be. It's dangerous. He's just a little dog.
Yes, thank you.
Keep him.
Charlie runs over to you, nuzzles up against you, and then kind of longingly looks at you. Before she calls him over, he goes over and he sits down next to her. depart the castle.
Yeah. Gymnast says a really awkward goodbye and leaves.
I take the last of the ale I can find and we get out of there.
You find a rather large flagon of it. Very good ale. Or whatever. Something
Prepared
stronger.
for the long
Whatever's
voyage.
left from Borinth.
Yes. Okay. Where do you go?
Back to the boat.
To the boat, to the boat.
To the boat.
Oh, are we leaving the people that we saved here?
Oh yeah, we got to deal
Or
with
are we
that.
taking them to Venice?
We should ask them. I think we did posit to Simonita and possibly the boy, Demetrios.
We did. We originally talked to
about
them.
keeping them as hands in the palace.
Mhm.
The slaves that we freed from that ship.
I think you had discussed it.
We
Right.
discussed it.
But I'm not sure it came up. I think it's chaos right here, right now, says Simonita. Perhaps, from what I'm told, it looks like they're down at the docks right now, probably packing up. Maybe it would be best if one of you spoke with them.
Sure. Yeah. But is that an option for them to work here?
I mean,
we did
we
kill a
can
bunch
work
of the guards.
something. Yes, of course.
So.
In short, yes.
UVA stole 2 more. I
We
mean,
could
they
work
died.
something out.
Okay.
If they want to.
Well, we'll talk to them and we'll see. And
Sure.
I'm sure some of them will possibly take you up on the offer, and some will come to Venice. Some will just depart here.
Very well. I'm sure Demetrios appreciates everything you've done as well. Good luck in your travels.
And good
Thank
luck
you.
to
We're
you
gonna
as
need
well.
it.
I hope it goes well with Osman.
Well, it's either him or us, so fingers crossed. And then back at the docks, I guess we'll talk to Nikos.
Okay, so you head back to the docks?
Sure. Right?
I think so.
Okay. You meander back down through Floor. You can see it's not a busy city. It's a relatively small city town, but the streets are occupied, and there is some business going on as you meander through, even at this early hour. You approach the Pubi Mimere on the as you're going toward the docks.
Did we leave Louvier there?
That's one good pub.
It's the best
The
damn
best
pub in
one.
town.
Yep.
You see Louvier up ahead, laying on the ground next to the boat.
Okay.
A little bit of dribble of something coming out of his mouth. Perhaps a little bit of red powder under the nose.
Of course. I'm gonna kick him awake, tell him we're going.
But of course, yes. I was just resting after a marvelous evening. I will tell you all about it.
Yep. All right. Just come on. We're going.
You see the stragglers, for want of a better word.
The
Refugees.
yeah, the refugees. That's a good word.
Refugees
You see them?
have gathered at the docks. They appear to be wearing odd clothing and have accumulated some donated items along the way. The leader, for want of a better word, of the group, Nikos, comes forward. He recognizes you. While he's still somewhat emaciated, if you will, he looks hydrated now. He looks like he's been eating. He looks better than when you first met him. It's been a few days since you left. You traveled at sea. Pausing in front of you, he raises his left hand, and in it he's got something. Looks like he handmade. He raises his right hand and he motions toward you. And then he pauses. And he looks to you almost for approval.
I'll nod, I guess.
And then he reaches up and he pushes his hand on your chest. And when he does, you feel suddenly a warmth wash over you. And if you were to glance to your side, in his left hand, the crude formation that you had seen before looks distinctly like your icon.
Oh, yeah?
And you suddenly realize that he had cast, albeit a weak spell, guidance on you.
Does he didn't speak adventurer's
spoke
camp, did he? Or did he?
He spoke Hellenic.
Hellenic?
Yeah,
Okay.
I could speak that.
I think I have tongues prepared. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, I have tongues prepared. So I'll cast tongues so that I can speak with him.
Okay.
I'll kind of. That's remarkable. That's
Jumpness, it was you that gave us that gift. Your proselytizing to all the refugees over the past days. You struck a chord with many of them here. Thank you.
I'm just an instrument. I'm just a tool to channel the will, the love, and of the Dawnflower. So I'm glad that you feel touched by her. And
yes. Well, it has given me some type of gift that I don't fully understand, but hopefully in time I will. But thank you.
Thank you. It's good to see some positive change.
Thanks.
We're continuing on, I think, to Sibinek and Venice. Although there's been a change in the power system here, and possibly, I don't know if some of you want to depart here or to continue with us north.
I will put it to the group, or you may, if you desire. But most of the party here are Greeks, and our homeland is to the south and east. And this land looks lush and plentiful, and I think we'll generally go in that direction.
Okay.
But know that your message will travel with me. So thank you, to the extent that an old man can be gracious for such a thing.
Of course. Just, it sounds like you've taken it to heart, so
Yes.
continue to
Yes.
spread the good word. Thank you, Nikos. Safe travels.
Thank you, Jonas. And you and your party. I will never thank you enough. And thank you very much.
I'm gonna give. How many of them were there? The refugees?
About 24.
Okay.
I mean, you could start counting, but it's about 20-ish.
Sure. 24. Let me do some quick math. So that's what, 20, 24?
24.
24? Okay. So I'll speak to all of them, and I'll tell them basically the same thing. If you want to stay here, that's up to you. Anybody that wants to hitch a ride to Venice or Sibinek is more than welcome. I know starting over is rough, and I'd like to help as much as I can. And I'll kind of, as I speak to them, I want to hand each of them 3 silver pieces a pop, and say, this is to start your life over. Be careful with safe journeys and that sort of thing. It's not a lot, but
They're all quite gracious. They reach out their hands. Some of them very cautiously somewhat stick their hands forward, not wanting to appear greedy, but grateful at the same time.
7 silver. 7 gold, 2 silver.
What?
7 gold, 2 silver.
Okay. Great. I'll throw them all 3 silver and 1 gold a pop, just because I'm feeling generous. Do the math on that.
24 gold. Plus 7.
No, you
90.
messed up there.
Yeah.
No, so it should be
24 gold.
Plus
So
the 7.
plus the
yeah.
7.
So it's what? It should be 72 silver. I have 60 silver, so get
So
rid
it's
of that.
31 gold, 2 silver.
Oh, yeah, but I'll hand that out to them to help them out.
Again, they're eternally grateful. Their hands extend.
They're more grateful than they were when you just gave them the silver.
Yes.
Well, I
They looked at you
didn't just give them silver.
They looked at Kip as if he was being cheap, and then turned to jump.
I am cheap. I have no money.
They looked eternally grateful. They turn and they look to Nikos, and he motions and as if to the ship, their choice, and most of them seems somewhat determined to head. It appears as though they had been talking about it already.
Okay.
And somewhat made up a plan.
Okay.
You get the impression, just looking over their faces briefly, that the idea of home, a home that they knew, or returning to someplace new, that they've already made up their mind to try and return to their homes. Perhaps there are other family members there. This crosses your mind.
Okay. That's fine.
With that, they pack up what little belongings they have, and you see them start to walk up the path past the Pubi Mimere, toward the city. And you know that there are gates on the other side of the city, to the east, that lead to the mountains beyond. And that they, as they wind through the streets, eventually they disappear beyond view.
I think, you did a good thing.
It was very generous of you. But next time, just let me know. I got plenty of money.
You could have stepped up. You could
I'll
have
spot
cut
you.
in there.
I'll spot you.
No, it's not.
Next time.
No, don't worry about it.
It's getting kind of heavy carrying it all around anyway.
So your monkey's just his backpack's loaded up.
Pulling it. Abu, I told you don't touch anything.
There be Borinth there.
I brought me some room for me rum. I got something for John this Dawnflower.
What?
Because I thought you were going to be dressing up as a pirate.
I was gonna, and I couldn't find.
Arr.
There you go.
No.
That's what Jonas has always looked like.
Right? Always.
That's how I always imagine him looking.
That's not how I imagine Jonas looking.
Well, this is how I imagine.
I just
it.
pictured
Look at the
Mario.
art. He's there. This is the same thing. Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, it looks good, actually.
It actually really matches your beard and everything.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
All right.
Good. Okay, so Louvier stumbles up onto the boat.
He's definitely helped by his two hirelings.
That's my size.
And do you set sail, or what do you do?
Yes.
Off you go.
Bring me that horizon.
Borinth's been preparing the ship since before anybody was even awake.
Really passed out below deck with the rum.
No, I didn't pass it out.
He's
was doing.
He's just drunk, shouting random things. Batten down the hatches.
I wasn't drinking with it, remember? I wasn't drinking with you guys. Believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe it at all.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
No. Welcome to the Caribbean.
What is the Caribbean?
We don't know. That's true.
This one's for me.
This one's for all my homies.
You always steal my...
Was that
Let
it?
me finish my lines, man. Every time.
Pours it on the floor.
I'm sorry, it's a flaw.
Oh, is that for your homies?
This is my homies. Mark ruined my line.
You need way more in that.
Good one.
I think you really you had to double down anyway. That's fine.
Cheers.
Yo ho.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of.
I'm all dried up. Pass the rum.
Yeah, me too.
Is there more rum?
Oh, there's a rum gun.
That was good.
It's very vanilla. I don't remember it being
Yeah, like I thought
You're
it was
right.
a flavored one, and I was like,
No,
oh,
spice.
is that how Captain Morgan's always been?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that.
Me neither.
Low internet.
bit of a mixer.
Sorry, I'm late.
Feel free.
Nah, it's cool.
Feel free to use.
Might
some.
want to just pull that.
I really don't remember it being that.
Are you just drinking?
vanilla.
straight-
Oh, it was. This
What?
one?
Yeah, just
I
like
don't remember it being that vanilla.
No, it's yeah.
Yeah, me
Because I
neither.
know that without him there,
But I guess I don't really
sometimes
have
slide
Captain
over
Morgan
a
that
little.
much.
Got it.
Okay,
On
no.
a pirate ship with Don Leeds.
Anybody need?
I think we're all good.
Okay, the first day, it's going to take you, you figure, about 5.5 days to get to Sibinek, and you venture off. First day, you guys doing anything? You have a lot of time at sea.
Oh, and a quick heads up, I have now made more than 12 potions.
Awesome. Okay. I will. There's nothing I can do about it at the moment, but thank you for that. I will try to remember it too.
No problem.
Send me a reminder in the
I'm
Discord.
gonna
too.
change my.
I'll spend most of the day talking to Oda about my shark attack.
She listens intently.
Embellishing
like,
a little bit.
Why would you do that?
That's a good question.
Borinth is spending time fortifying.
Well,
the
you
ship.
know, I've had time to think about
Fortifying.
it. And there's
Fortifying
nothing more that
as
makes a
in-
man
as
than
in
his story.
Fortifying?
No,
or-
no, no, no.
We did the ballista,
Yeah,
right?
that's
we
right.
ripped off the other ship.
Yeah. See, I think we bonded there. And me and you and Duncan.
Oh, jeez,
Con-
these guys.
And Duncan.
Yeah.
They should be swabbing the
Con-
deck.
You gotta take the
Yeah,
hat
whatever-
off
I mean,
and become
whatever.
Duncan.
They're like fanning Louvier and whatever he pays them to do.
Feeding them grapes.
Yeah. That's their job.
One's rubbing his feet.
Yeah.
Ew.
Okay, the second day
Pew.
Yeah, so
passes.
Borinth is
calm
like
winds. It's very. There's no seasickness check required.
fortifying, like making the ship more battle worthy.
How?
So
Okay,
taking
cool. How are you
any,
doing that?
any like
strapping
weapons,
himself to the side
any
of the
weapons
ship
that we've gathered, like
fight
spears and things like that.
Okay,
he's
you've got
strapping
a-
to the outside so that if somebody was to try to board the ship from the sides, there's like spears jetting out from it. Like
Emilio
attaching random
Falcabruna
stuff.
is just watching you. Like, okay.
Vilify his shit.
uh,
My baby.
yeah,
You know, it's a
Painting the
movie,
flag
so-
black.
not the way we use it. Since when have we used it to transport cargo?
Well, fair enough.
You're painting the flag black.
No, don't do that. Very
But I'm paint-
dangerous.
I'm darkening the whole ship, making it black and putting places where we can light torches on it
Oh, is that it?
and fire the ballista from. Just fortifying it, Mad Max style.
I don't know her.
And so I'm gonna work hard during all day long. Lawrence is just like working hard all day, and then
Okay.
at night studying with the book each night, out on deck when it's quiet and nobody's around, by himself, just
In the
staring into the book.
Okay. During the day, other than fortifying, is anybody else doing anything else?
Jemus is doing ship stuff. He's constantly yelling at Borinth to actually help with the boat.
Yes, because you guys are the crew, by the
Yeah.
way.
Oh, he's actively working on the boat, and like
Okay,
he's
okay.
getting
And there's
into
not a
it.
lot to do once the sails are.
I think
Gemnus-
Boulder's made it known he doesn't work with the crew.
Is spending
pretends.
the rest of his time training with the scimitar, learning the art of the blade.
Okay.
I think I would be.
I'll work with him on that.
And
I think I would be working with Kip with his eye, trying to figure out more about it
Yeah.
with him.
Okay. You picking up little bits, and you're picking up bits of information, but you have a sense that you probably need somebody to identify this for you, to really figure it out. Okay, you continue that night. You're reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
That night.
It's got magnets now.
It's improved.
Come on, Mama didn't raise no dime. Although this time, a second one lands with it while you're there out on the deck all by yourself.
Oh, never mind.
Hello again.
One of them hops over toward you and the book. And the book is open in front of you. And he seems to be looking down at it.
I'll look down to what he's looking at.
It's a very crude, now it kind of coalesces there on the page. It's a very crude map of sorts. But what is very clearly discernible is water, mountains, and a plain beyond. And the bird hops forward, kind of flaps forward towards you, toward the edge of the book, and it flaps up onto the edge of the book. And it looks up at you. And then, with its beak, it taps just north of the mountains.
Take my finger and put it right at the spot. And look at the bird.
The birds take off.
I'm coming. And this is where I'm going. I'll be seeing you soon at the mountaintop.
Morning comes, day 3.
Borth will work with Jomnus on his sword.
Sure. I imagine Jomnus is kind of like training under everybody, Mattias, Borinth, Balder, one day. Learning the different styles. Trying to find his own.
Everybody roll. The wind picks up a bit. The vessel's tossing. A DC 5 con check. Jomnus with advantage. It's not that bad.
19.
The ship is tossing.
DC 5.
DC 5.
Con check.
We're good. We're good.
Oh, I can add my con.
Con check or save?
And I think you get. Do you have advantage on con checks, or is that strength checks?
That's dexterity and strength, but I'm raging. But I got a +5 to con, so
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay, so you're good. Everyone's good, unaffected by it. The vessel is tossing. Another day at sea passes. The ship is bristling with broken spears. You got bored of the spears, and so you split them in half and made them into more spears.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like hanging off the sides
Using
of them all over the
axes
place.
and stuff. Oh, yeah.
It looks somewhat ramshackle.
Yeah.
His hairdo matches the look of the ship now.
We took all that stuff from where we got the slaves, remember? We took all those weapons.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did.
Do we take that ballista?
You're right, man.
No, you couldn't get the ballista. It was kind of, it was a choice. Burned alive or working to get the
With nothing better to do, Balder is just chucking his hammer as far as he can into the ocean and pulling it back. But nothing, just seeing how far he can throw it.
And I'm focused on it, so every time it moves, my eyes are like.
If you focus on that,
Yeah.
you notice. Is that a real hammer or what is it?
It's real.
It's real. So how does it come back to you?
It transports through another dimension.
Interesting.
I have no idea
When
how it works.
Like it says it's instantaneous, so it just like goes and appears in my hand.
Okay.
From any.
You're-
The only time I can't do that is it leaves this realm. I believe.
So when it transports, it's actually someplace else, correct?
Yeah.
So your chevron follows it the first time you're concentrating on it, and then it seems to disappear. And when it comes back, the chevron's not following it.
Huh. I have no idea what that means. Okay.
What do you say?
I'm following it as you shoot it out, but when it returns, it does not seem to follow it anymore. It seems like I'd have to refocus on it to target it again.
Interesting. So you have to see it.
Or at least it has to be here. Like on, yeah.
It's true.
Why didn't you just do that to Gundrick? We could have saved us a lot of trouble.
I'll just drop it. I'll drop the hammer into the
Make him-
ocean.
make
See
him
how
disappear
far you
into
can
another
see it,
dimension.
like,
Okay.
as it falls all the way down. So your rangefinder that you told me about, see
Right.
what that does.
Well, it does. The chevron doesn't come up again today.
I see. I see. Unintended.
But I'm
Wait, so it didn't come up. Did you use it like a certain number of times, and that's why?
I don't know how many times I used it, but I did at least once.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you need like 20 minutes or something before you can go again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give yourself a breather before round 2.
Maybe eat a banana or some oranges or something.
Maybe.
The ship is tossing. Day 4.
Tom, I would like
Yes.
to, on one of these days, I guess day 4 sounds good. I will,
The winds continue the same. Everybody roll a DC5 con check.
I will,
rolled a
this
3.
stone that I have.
No. I rolled double 3s.
I will, it's, Kushatsma? That's on the other end of it? Is it, I'm saying, I have it written down. Is it Kushatsma that's on the other end of it? Do I have that right?
Oh, the stone.
The stone, yes. I'm sorry.
Drug dealer, dude.
I should have noticed that. I thought it was Kushatsma, but
Yeah. That's,
yeah, it's
yeah, I
Kushatsma.
think it's Kushatsma.
Okay. So I'm just gonna, I guess I don't know how this stone works, but I'm gonna, squeeze it, rub it, hold it, talk into it, and just say, yes, that's the guy. Say, we are making a stop at the Civic, and then heading to Venice. Should I be meeting someone there?
Help me recall. Did you tell him your name before?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I let him know that Gundrick was no longer. I didn't say dead. I think I said he was like no longer around, or I don't.
No longer with
He's
us.
no longer with us. He's incapacitated. He was no longer part of the contract or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it said.
Kip, thank you for contacting me. Are you interested in assuming the contract? And if so, as I did not have a deal with you, what would you want?
Need more info on the contract. We'll decide after more details.
He replies, perfectly understandable, Kip. I need someone to negotiate passage for my vessels. It's purely an economic endeavor to ensure that they reach their destinations. You have a sense that it won't communicate anymore today.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, is anyone else doing anything else on day 4?
I want to look at our map that we have.
There it is.
And
I mean, there's
see
some
if I
details
can-
not on it, but
If
obviously.
I'm looking at that map, can I make a correlation between the map that I was looking at in the book and maybe where that location would be?
Did everybody fill out this sheet?
I didn't get it, but I think I'm.
I did not update mine.
That's strange.
Mine hasn't changed.
Well, I'm at full health now.
Yeah, I'm at full.
I think we're all at full health, but otherwise they
Roll an
should.
investigation check with disadvantage.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's because you're dumb.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's already got mine.
Yes, if you wrote it on the last sheet, I tend to transcribe.
That's okay. This might be good. That's a 17.
I lose my strength on this trip.
You're sure on some level
21.
that it does,
Got
but you're
it
not
last
sure
night.
how.
They're probably
Have
the
you ever
same
looked at a
problem.
map and convinced yourself that you are where the map depicts? You haven't flown with many junior pilots, I guess. We're right here.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know what you're saying, like a topographical map or something like that.
So, to the extent that you can, you think you know
that it roughly corresponds to an ocean. You don't know that many oceans. I mean, you haven't traveled that far. You see this ocean that you're at now. I don't think you Borinth doesn't fully understand the coastline. It's an ocean.
I wouldn't really know it at all.
You probably went over or around mountains. Well, you had to have either gone over them or around them from the Badenweiler to get. So you would, in your mind, I'm going to take a leap, but you decide, but that you would correlate this ocean with that ocean and those mountains with those mountains, and the valley beyond with the valley you know.
Okay.
Whether or not that's really what it is, but that's what Borinth knows in his head.
Okay. What? All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to John. Are you at the helm? Or you wouldn't be? You're not steering this.
No, I'm not. I don't pilot the thing at all.
Okay.
But I'd be around somewhere. It's not a big ship.
I'm gonna try to. All right.
Collecting the eyeballs.
John, I had a somewhat of a breakthrough last night with that book.
We need a home for them first.
And
Send them.
I believe, well, I had two visitors come, and they're ravens, and that's a whole nother thing, right? But they seem to be pointing me in a direction on a map. And then I know I can't show you the picture in the book because you're not going to see it.
Okay.
But I have an idea of where that point may be.
Okay.
So further on down past Venice, when we start heading further north, I think I have a clearer idea of where to go.
Okay. Okay.
Just so you know, it's not.
Is this This is in Bavaria?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know. You're a man of the sea. You understand how these coastlines work and the way the bodies of water come together. I've never traveled these seas. I came from land, and when I came to Constantinople, when I first met you guys, there was a period of time where I didn't know where I was. Let's just say I wasn't traveling of my own free will. So I couldn't tell you how I got there. But I have a better idea of where to go.
Okay. Well, once we hit Venice, unfortunately, I think it's going to be mostly land travel from there until we hit the west coast. Depending on where we need to go, if we truly need to go to Scotland or Norway or wherever.
What do you know of Venice? I mean, you're from there, right? You talk weird like them.
I wouldn't say it's weird. I'm from Venice, but I haven't been there in a long time.
You know it well? We hear, stories of Venice. It's one of those places that the people that I come from, it's more like a fairy tale. It sounds more like make-believe than a real place. I mean, I know it's real, but that's the way that the stories reach us where we are. We're deep in the mountains, deep in the forest, a city of water.
Venice is where the land meets the sea. It's both. More sea than land even. It's built on the water. The water flows through it. They're very much connected. That smell of the ocean is in the air no matter what street you're on. And it's full of people from all over coming to do trade and tall buildings. And it is kind of like a fairy tale, I guess. I'm eager to go back. I don't know how much it's changed, but I have fond memories.
It's an ancient city, right? It's an old city.
It has a lot of history, I think.
Do you have history there?
From there.
Is there anything we should be concerned about? Or are you welcome back in the city freely? I mean, you don't have any...
I have no. Yeah, I should be.
Okay.
It's like I said, it's been a while since I've been there, and I don't know how much it's changed. But if it's anything like it was when I was a child, then it'll be a sight to behold, at least.
All right. Well, drink to hopefully our last few remaining weeks on the sea.
Don't say it like that.
That's good.
The end of the 4th day passes uneventfully. You guys rest for the night? Anything you're doing at night?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna set up my. I'm gonna pull out the mirror.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast a scrying spell. So I'm gonna set that out. I'm going to. This is a while ago. I've had this for a while.
Really?
I just haven't been able to use it yet. I'm gonna pour holy water over the top of the mirror, and I'm gonna sit down for 10 minutes. And I've set up a little bit of incense, and I'm going to cast scrying on Osman-Ghazi's son.
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.
Which one?
The vampire one that we met right before we.
You've met 2 of his sons.
That's true. The one.
We met him right before
Yeah,
we
we
went
met the
into
one,
the
the
chamber.
military one, and then we met the one in the palace.
Correct.
The one in the palace.
The one that had the guy that he killed right on the floor right by him. His feet when we went
that guy.
in.
Yes. Or bloodstained.
So
Or whatever,
I have first-hand knowledge of him, and what is connection? Oh, I don't have a physical connection.
Yeah, you do. You've seen him.
But I don't have I don't have anything of his.
You do.
Do I?
Maybe. Didn't we get a contract that freed Oda from him?
Okay. Would that be like a possession of his?
Oh, I don't know.
Gave it to you.
And the
I don't need to. It just would help me.
And the bottles of the stuff that gives us the bonuses.
Riki? Yeah, I don't know if that counts as
I don't know
his.
either. I'm just saying what we got there.
No. So, pretty much, he has to roll a wisdom saving throw against 17.
Like someone is entering my mind.
And if he succeeds, nothing happens. Let's see.
Who is Aladdin Bay?
Yeah.
That
That's
was
it.
his name.
On a successful save, the target
Aladdin.
isn't affected, and I can't use it against him for 24 hours. On a failed save, it creates the little invisible eyeball within 10 feet of him. I can see and hear through it as if I was there. It remains within 10 feet of him for 10 minutes. And if he can see invisible objects, it would see the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of my fist. And... Wait a second. If you, instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you have seen before as the target of the spell. When you do this, sensor appears at that location and doesn't move. Oh, you know what? If I can target a location that I've been to, I'm gonna do it just in his throne room. This way, it doesn't.
Whose throne room?
Osman-Ghazi's throne room.
Okay.
This way, I don't think a location can make a saving throw, so it should just pop up there, unless there's a spell against it.
Okay. So you cast this spell, the mirror comes to life. It does work, but you realize you probably want to embellish this mirror somewhat to make it more valuable, if you will.
Okay.
But it does work. As you're sitting there, all of a sudden you feel as though you're flying above Sagut. You can see clouds wisping by below you. And there, ahead, you see the White Palace with the red trees. And in the mirror, you see it all laid out before you with the green grass and the white buildings around. And you dive down toward the building itself. And you're like, yes, the palace was right there. And you can even see the glass-like structures over it that you had been underneath before that were incredibly ornate. And you dive down toward it, and all of a sudden, everything goes black.
Okay. 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 Cool.
You lean back. Roll a perception check.
Okay. That is going to be 25.
Oof. You are utterly convinced that the individuals whose lives you threatened there have put more spears along the edge of their boat.
Okay. I figured. Okay.
That was an analogy.
Oh, really?
Oh, I thought you meant their actual boat. Oh, like a metaphor. Oh, thank you, Brian, for explaining that.
That was boring.
Nobody,
Being boring here.
Barbarian.
Nobody got that. Nobody understands.
He doesn't get credit for being creative. That was good.
That's why I said it. It was good.
You don't know I'm doing
Kill
that.
me, man.
You have no idea.
Right over his head.
With
He's
the
like
hat-
he's like picturing. Wait, what boat?
the hat and everything. It went right over that.
Kip, you lay down for the night to the extent that you rest. And in your dreams, if you have them, you're back in Guernsey, Scotland. It's very peaceful, it's very blissful. It's bucolic. The green grass, the stone houses, the thatched roofs. You're sitting on the wall, the same wall you were sitting at with Cyan before.
Take this away from me.
Yeah, put it right here. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Thank you.
I keep putting a little splash in.
What do you do with the drunken sailor? Yo ho, yo ho.
The ground beyond seems to start to rise ever so slightly. You lean forward, look forward to your side, and Cyan is sitting there. She seems almost nonplussed by it. But something is clearly starting to erupt from the ground beyond. She says to you, "They're being forced out. Those hideous winged bone-like creatures again. Stay." She sees you start to get up. "No, stay, sit with me. It's okay."
Grab her hand and say, "We have to go."
"No, it's okay. It's going to be okay."
No, we have to go.
She acquiesces. She gets up with you. "And where are we going?"
Away.
There's a meadow in front of you. All of a sudden, the village is gone. "Where are we going?"
Far away.
The screams. There were screams. They seemed to fade into the distance behind you. "I'll be glad when you join me. Everything will be better then."
Do you want...
You sit upright.
Jeez. Okay.
I just barge in. Kip, you want pancakes?
We're making breakfast.
Did I hear breakfast?
It's day 5.
In the morning, I'm making waffles.
Those same winds remain relatively constant. It's whipping around. Everybody make a DC 5 con check.
Oh my goodness, a lot.
I'm rolling like
Almost
garbage.
a 30.
Oh man, I'm
DC
sober.
DC 5?
Yes, it's not a tough one.
All right.
So basically, if you roll
10 was so high, I'm sober.
It was Wait, I may have failed. Hang on. Nope. I made it.
Okay.
Nope, I got a 6.
Okay, so you all make it. Ahead, you see...
Still on Mark Vision.
Still on Mark Vision? Oh, sorry.
Mark Vision.
Sorry
is the
about
best
that.
Vision.
God, stop hogging everything.
You game pig. Or game hog, or whatever. Okay, up ahead, you see, for those
That
of
was
you...
like my 15 seconds of fame.
For those of you who have been here before, you see Sibinek.
You are actually arriving, although it may seem like much, much longer, 69 to 73. I couldn't figure out exactly how many days after you left this city. However, it is exponentially calmer. Signs of the siege that you participated in are still readily evident everywhere. And from the port, you can see the partially collapsed walls. Nonetheless, troops are everywhere keeping the peace. You go to the docks.
Sure.
Yes, no.
Did we take any of the slaves that we freed with us? Or did they all stay
They
behind?
stay
I think
behind.
some of them might have came, but I think most of them, definitely most of them stayed.
But
behind.
Duncan and
Connor are
Connor,
still
Well,
here.
that's, yeah. Well, I'll
Where-
count Duncan and Connor.
where did
Okay,
we
because I was just going to say, because I was thinking if they came with us,
There.
we were delivering them to Venice. Wasn't their Greek hometown, like, being destroyed by
Yeah, they wanted to-
Venetian
Yeah,
mercenaries?
yeah, no,
That
they
might have been
wanted
okay.
to stay around the area
Okay.
of Greece and
Right,
Rome.
good. That's better.
Yeah.
Good job.
And they all became seminary followers.
At least
Uh,
one. At least one.
At least
blame
one of them.
Can't blame all of them.
Can't blame. It's great. It's a great religion. It's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, Sarah and Ray taught me how to heal people.
That's true. That is true.
I got him! I got the DM!
He'll remember that though. The next time you have disadvantage for no reason, this is why.
Or disadvantage.
I won the game.
As we start approaching,
slaps people. I heal them.
as we start approaching, I'll just say to whoever's around, just say, I'm really gonna miss being out on the sea. I hope we don't last or stay here too long. It's just the sea is so quiet.
Yes.
Didn't you spend like a whole couple days throwing up overboard
Yeah,
there for a while?
I'll take that any day over the noise of the city.
It is very calming.
I want nothing to do with the city myself, so I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I've never been here before, though.
Me neither.
Oh, this is where we fought, you said we fought against the Venetians, right?
Yes, you did.
And we got that nifty mace that is gone now. Somehow.
That's true.
We will find it.
Oh, I could focus.
Somehow you gave it away, Jumnus.
I don't know.
I'll kill
I
that.
wonder if I could focus on it.
Well, I don't think so, because you can't. Well,
Maybe tomorrow.
I'm just saying, if I ever run into those guys
Well,
again,
it is day
I'm
5.
going to drop them right where, no conversation, I'm just going to drop them.
drop who?
They foreshadowed that we would see them on the battlefield again.
Yeah.
We'll see. So I guess we'll see Mattias off. And do we need to stop for supplies or anything, or what do we?
I would assume we're gonna need to resupply the ship.
Sure. We'll get ours.
How many
water.
days? How many days is it to Venice from here?
I would know probably how many days.
You ask Emilio. Emilio says, "Oh, it's about another 5 days," with his Swedish accent. Swedish attack.
I'll give
Food, water, ale.
I'll give
It's about another 5 days.
I'll give him 20 gold and tell him to restock the ship with whatever you can get.
Oh, it's covered for now. Well, this is where our
I'll keep my
contract
mind.
was ending, unless you needed to go elsewhere.
I believe we're extending our
We would
contract.
we're continuing up north to Venice.
You're working for us now.
Okay, to Venice.
Exclusively.
Don't worry, the money's good.
Well,
I think we just
it
need to
costs
build our own
me
ship.
about 12 gold a day just to pay the mortgage and
We got
interest.
you covered.
So, 60 gold, 75 gold to Venice. You covered?
60 it is.
Very well, 60. I should
Put me on
have said.
75. He's a good worker.
Well, I'll give him the extra to resupply the ship because we have spent 5,
Very
6
well.
days.
Very well, very well. He heads off. They pull the ship into the dock. It's not a. You remember there was only enough room for a few ships there. Argam, Ambriel, Virexen help unload, and the rest of you unload. 3 horses from below deck. Mattias pulls forth his small icon. He mutters something, and a few minutes later, his large white warhorse appears
or trots into view.
That is so awesome.
And he says, champions, until we meet again, I wish you safe travels.
Can I
Be
do
safe, my friend.
I mean, I'm
I'll reach my
attuned
arm
to
up.
Anything. I haven't known
You as well. Borinth
What
Boulder.
is this attuned thing?
I mean Boulder. Borinth.
Like, am I attuned to this?
certain items.
Still don't remember.
attuned to in order for you to be able to use them.
Yes.
I think you may have taken a few too many
Has
hits
he
in
given
the
us anything you
in the
have
helmet,
attuned
my
to?
friend. Hopefully this rest
I don't know if he
will
does that rule.
do you good.
Perhaps.
I'll see you again on the battlefield.
I'm sure we will. In due time.
I have to be attuned to it in order for it to.
Is that something
Argam
we can just find?
Oh, shut up, nerds.
and Ambriel informally salute.
Find it rule by.
More like a hand wave, if you will. Bring the horses about. Virexin joins them, cackles something maniacally, and rides off with them as well. Or maybe that was a different character.
I think there's
Ride safe. Ride
we
swift.
hear the giggles of
And the four of them depart.
Don't forget to clean your armor.
Oh, you won't
Emilio's in
forget.
this.
The cleanest armor I've ever seen.
As he goes off into
Well,
the sunset.
That's
It's just this
that's because he
shining
never
light.
really gets into the battle. You know what I mean?
This is true.
That's how it stays
Well-
so clean.
Is it his fault that we're constantly killing kings?
I mean, I would think that that's a plus.
All he has to do is throw his flag down and be like, in the name of.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, really
Hungry.
We could have expanded the Hungarian Empire
We
a
totally
lot
could have.
A lot.
if Mattias just
Fought
took
back.
a little bit of action.
A stone's throw from the docks, a sign depicts a man hovering his bum over what looks like, Jumnus would know, the Doge of Venice. The name says Una Descari Nel. And you know, speaking Italian,
Yes,
it means
I do.
a dump in the Doge.
That's
What are you guys doing?
disrespectful.
This is nothing compared to
I'm
the
not.
greatest.
I'm not gonna give my money to this establishment. This is filth. Look at that. It's not good. Let's find the next bar.
I think it looks really funny.
I kind of like the
I
art.
kind of like it too. Somebody spent time on that.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody did. That's messed up.
I'm with Borinth. You must appreciate the art.
Okay. On that note, you're watching the Carpathian Adventure on Seven Sided Die. We're going to take a brief break, and we will be right back.
Dungeons and Dragons! Dungeons and Dragons!
No, I think that's a good idea.
Welcome back. You are watching the Carpathian Adventure on Seven-Sided Die. I'm Tom. The party has just arrived in Sibenek, Croatia, in the Adriatic, and will be making their way, I presume, shortly toward Venice, and we join them in progress.
Actually, we changed our mind.
You changed your mind.
We're going to China.
We're going home.
China. You haven't heard of it yet.
We've sunk the ship.
You suddenly have an
You've missed it all.
aneurysm.
You've
What
missed it
level
all.
are you?
We sunk the
no,
ship.
we got a
killed
taste for the
everybody.
rum, and we're going to the Caribbean.
The fountain of youth.
I've heard of these islands.
Jamaica Mom. Okay, so what are you guys doing? Emilio's in town provisioning. You saw Mattias, Argam, Ambriel, and Virexen ride off, not into the sunset, with the sun at their back.
I shed a tear
Do we
for
have
Marcus.
business here? Do we have anything to accomplish while we're here? This is just a port.
Well, I mean, if you want to fix the walls we screwed up.
This is the
You can go ahead and build
closest
those.
port on the Adriatic, arguably,
It looks like they haven't recovered very well since we last trashed
for them
the
to
place.
return to Buda.
All right. Well, look, if they're stocking up, are we spending at least the day here? They're going to need a whole day to stock up?
Probably not a whole day, but you arrived late in the day. It's late afternoon. He's probably. I mean,
Who
you
doesn't
could
want a
leave at
comfortable
night.
bed?
I like the boat, but the boat is comfortable. It's gently swaying.
I agree. It's quiet.
All right, we don't have to stay here. But
What's up to you guys?
I am going to the nearest bar.
I'll join you, my friend. It's been a while.
I'm kind of happy to be on land after so many days at sea.
How many people are out in the streets?
It's fairly busy. You head in toward the general town there. It's not crazy busy. It's the end of the day. It's a Thursday night, as it is every night, every
night is a
every
Thursday
go
night.
to.
Everywhere we go.
You wanted me to pick up some supplies. Was that
so.
that was to speak to who? Who was that for? That was to do a spell so you can speak to somebody? Is that what it was all about?
Want to know more about the necklace, Ghazi's necklace, right?
Coming soon.
Right, but what was that for? What was the money for? What was the
For a
supplies for?
For a ritual.
To do what? How? A ritual does what?
A
Talks to
ritual-
someone or it identifies them?
It's a little deeper than that.
Okay. Do we have to ask some dead person some questions or something like that?
No, we don't need a body at all. I just need the materials I asked for.
Okay.
That's it.
What is this for?
Chop
All
chop.
right. And it wasn't available in the other city, so it's probably not going to be available here. Maybe we'll just wait till Venice.
Venice is probably the best.
All right. I just wanted. I wasn't. I was curious because.
No, it's great because it doesn't require killing or hurting anyone.
Okay.
It's really cool that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. All right. Well,
These guys.
He's getting a little soft, you know.
I
Maybe
cut a
it's
dude's
been a
head
little
off
while.
with a scimitar.
No, you didn't cut his head off. You stabbed him.
No, he cut
I
his head off.
feel
I decapitated a man. So don't tell me I'm getting soft.
so worried about
A
hurting
little
people.
soft, yeah. It's a little bit soft.
Hundreds and hundreds of people have died for my wealth, and I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, we should probably talk
I
about
like
that at
Balder
some
more
point.
every day.
I have a name on every coin. I know who I kill.
See, Balder, he knows what he wants. He always knows what he wants.
I know exactly what I want.
Do you?
Yeah. I want to kill Osman Ghazi.
And then what?
I
Borinth-
want to go kill James
Borinth-
Borsa.
Borinth raises a good point. Are you prepared to do what is necessary?
Yeah. To kill.
Because a lot of people are going to have to die.
Sure.
I'm just saying that
don't
once
care
it's
about
done, it will be done. You might want to think about what next.
Well,
Before you left.
have thought about
There
what's
are
next.
things
I'm
out
going
there
to find
that-
James Borsa and I'm going to kill him.
there are things out there that could be worse than
Sounds fun.
Ghazi.
And then
Things
then
are coming. I've
I'll
told
find
you.
the next person and I'll kill
Whoa,
them
whoa,
too.
whoa, whoa. What are you talking about?
Worse than
What's coming?
Ghazi.
I told you the beast that we saw in our visions.
Yeah,
You and I.
it's in our visions. Sure.
It's coming. There are
Wait.
ill omens.
What beast?
The fire beast. I've shared this with you
What?
when we were on the ship.
You were drunk.
Okay, maybe.
Wait, what?
I understand what you're saying. I just,
We'll kill that.
we don't know if that's coming.
I'm pretty sure that's coming. if it's not already here. I have visions and you know, Scotland seems very far away and it doesn't seem like a priority right now, but I think that's somewhere that we need to go. Something evil is happening there that it worries me more than Ghazi worries me.
Well, you better get focused on the right enemy, the one that you're going to face now.
I am focused on what is ahead of us, but I think that we should not be so short-sighted to thinking that that is the end-all be-all. There's something much worse than that right beyond it, right at the cusp.
There's always something. The world is full of wicked things and will never not be. We can't hope to kill all of them, destroy all of them.
No, but I believe that at least I am tied to it. I believe Borinth may be as well. That's why we're seeing these. So there's...
Right now we are 4 men. 5. Depending on what you consider Louvier. 4. We need...
He's French.
We need greater numbers.
Do not insult the man when he's not here.
We need greater numbers for a lot of these issues.
I agree, which is why I think that us as the champions of the sun may just not be enough. I feel like we might have to think about recruiting others into our missions.
We are fewer now than we've ever been.
Yeah, me and Kip have been talking for the last couple days, and I think we need to recruit an army. I know that sounds easier than it is, but we're gonna have to have some sort of force that's gonna go against Ghazi. We need people in our corner.
I mean, we fought Ghazi, and we got beat really badly, and it's been my purpose since then to try and get stronger. And I mean, no offense, my friends, but my animals are not enough.
Honestly, we're not enough.
I mean, that's been our focus, and we have been working towards that. Every single one of us. You know, I know things about leading men into battle, and you have to have purpose, and you have to have funding. And you need those two things. You need resources, and you need men. And you need men to follow you.
I think we can manage the funding. Can you get people behind our cause?
We have allies in Constantinople, and now in Valor.
We have no allies we can trust.
Well,
completely trust.
Trust
we
is
can
trivial
trust each
when
other,
it comes to staying alive.
but we can trust each other. If there's going to be an army, it's going to have to stay.
Yeah, I don't think
within our knowledge.
I don't think we're going to be able to convince an already existing army to just
No.
be on our side.
Yeah, agreed.
No, but you have to get into the people. You have to get the word out to the people, and you have to get them fired up over it. You have to get them to come to you, and you have to get them to join your cause. So we need to start carrying ourselves, perhaps, in a better light, and not being so secretive about perhaps who we are as we travel north, as we travel through some of the lands that each of us have a piece to. We're going to Venice, right? We have a Venetian that maybe can speak to the people there, make connections there.
Yeah.
Okay. As we move through the Bavaria, I can work with the barbarian tribes that are there. As we move to Scotland, we can perhaps pull together people in there. And as we move to our Norse brothers to the north, perhaps we can speak to them there.
Recruit a lot.
And we have a very important object to be delivering in the Norselands.
Mm-hmm.
We have that heart.
Right.
Yeah.
That thing's still around.
Wait. It's here somewhere.
I mean, we can make a connection to the people through what we have here, but I will not trust any other leaders that we've met along the way here. None of them.
I don't disagree. I concur with everything that you're saying, but I just don't want to rule out that, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I think some of the people that we've encountered before, some of our acquaintance allies are, folks that could assist.
They will come to us.
Yes,
they will come to us.
Yeah.
We cannot go to them. When word gets out that we are building a force to take on Ghazi, to take on any other evils that are out there,
any evil that plays,
they will want to be a part of it because they are going to want to go down in history as partaking in what we are going to do.
I don't disagree.
The
But
question
we cannot
is,
count on them to help us build this.
I don't know that we could count on anybody except ourselves. But if they come, that is more than what we have today.
Okay.
the question is, where do we build this army?
I don't think it's a matter of where we build it. I think it's a matter of where will this army converge when we're ready.
That's
right?
what I mean.
So we could build these armies in the small towns and in the villages that we come across and start building a force that way, and then have them converge at some point in a location that is both formidable and secret, and within close proximity to our intended target. But I think for now, as we're moving through, I think maybe that location will present itself to us. But for now, we can start grassroots building.
Yeah.
And funding.
Yeah.
Because I mean, money will talk.
They'd have to be close to Constantinople.
They would.
Because when our business is done here, we are going to be transported to there immediately.
Okay.
We're not going back to pick anyone up.
No, we wouldn't. They would converge. They would come to us.
I don't think we do this under the guise that we will bring them.
Right.
It's more of we provide the funding, and we have these towns amass a militia ready for this fight.
Right. But we have to show them what's coming. We have to be willing to show them. Even if it puts people in danger, we have to be willing to show them.
How do you do this? These people have
don't
their
know.
own problems. Some of them are starving.
understand.
Some of them have their own squabbles.
Well, we will have to
Venice
help.
is at
We
war
will
with
have
everyone.
to help them.
And that's
have
where
to
the
help
funding
them.
comes in.
They have their
They
own
join
problems.
They join this force. They won't struggle with that
All
anymore.
we have are all we get then are mercenaries.
No, perhaps the money that we supply goes into feeding their families, goes into repairing their villages, goes into restoring their crops, goes to helping them live beyond today. So maybe they will die in battle, but their families will live on.
Then we're going to need a lot more money for that.
We're going to have to kill.
We can't.
to get
We
there.
will not. We won't be able to fund the whole thing. The key is that we find key individuals who are willing to take our startup money and go
Yes.
from there.
Backers.
They will build the army for us as we continue to travel this countryside.
Venice
we will
is
start
full
them
of
up.
merchants.
Louvier can work some magic.
Where do they converge? I can send a message to anyone I know.
And that's what I think the key is.
Tell-
I think the key is that we recruit specific individuals who will do the rest of the recruitment, and they are the ones that we deal with.
Mm-hmm.
They will build up their armies or their militias as they see fit, and when we need them, they're ready to respond.
We could start with Duncan and Connor. And maybe we could get Angel.
Well, you know what we could use
Almost
Duncan
like
and
these-
Connor for? We can use Duncan
Almost
and
like
Connor
these
for-
franchises
for-
I've heard
for
about.
Putting out the little word out.
Yeah.
They could be our little.
They can gather
go
some
into
people
the
and-
go into the pubs and going into the villages, and they can be our little town criers.
We can have them meet somewhere outside of
Right?
Constantinople.
Town criers?
And have
Is that what they're
Angel.
called?
Yeah, town criers.
Yeah.
And have Angel meet up with them.
Yeah.
Could hire him away.
They can. Yeah.
He's a soldier.
He's not. He's a butler.
Who are you talking about?
He's a butler.
wants to be a soldier?
Anyone
Angel.
can be a soldier.
Yeah. All you have to do is pick up a sword
All you have to
and
do is die.
stick the
A
pointy
body
end.
is a body.
And I don't know. I might have ties with Kushatsma.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Do we know about that?
I'm telling you now.
What do you mean you have time?
What kind
would
of
you have
ties do you have with
yeah,
him?
How would you have ties with him?
Well, Gundrick had ties with him.
Yes, and that's why I'm so
And
concerned.
after Gundrick,
Gundrick is dead.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't know that Gundrick had ties. with
no,
anyone.
and apparently he did. I picked up some items off of Gundrick, including the wizard's book and scrolls and stuff. You should know that. But he also had this item on him that was a rock, and apparently it's a sending stone. It has some magics within it that allow Gundrick to communicate with Kushatsma. Well, Kushatsma reached out through this stone not too long ago, asking if a contract was to be continued between him and Gundrick. Apparently, he was to get passage for Kushatsma's ships from where they were to Venice.
For what purpose?
I imagine to transport the drugs that Kushatsma had, but I'm still waiting on more information.
Did you tell him where we are?
No.
Kushatsma,
He knows we're going to Venice.
Insight check.
Yeah, insight check, because you told him exactly.
Insight check.
Metagaming.
Kushatsma,
But I did.
Metagame.
Yeah, I did
Works
say that
for
he
Gazi's
knows
army.
we're going to Venice because
He
that's
knows
where
we're going to Venice.
He knows we're going to Venice. He just doesn't know when when we'll get there.
Kushatsma works for Gazi's army.
Yes, he does.
Kushatsma, I believe, is also a hired hand and could potentially be hired away from Ghazi. But just having the knowledge that I could potentially contract with him could be to our advantage if we try to turn the tides.
But not everyone is an adventurer like us. People care about their homes. Look at the refugees we just let off in Flore. They wanted to return to their homes despite knowing it's war-torn. They have those ties.
Right. Kushatsma had an army of mercenaries that were contracted to him. If we could potentially remove Kushatsma and take over the contracts, we could have a whole mercenary
I
army.
don't think we want to hire mercenaries. I think we just went through this.
Our army doesn't have mercenaries.
I think this army is not going to have mercenaries. What I think we should do is we should cut this guy's head off and ship it off to Ghazi in a box. Is what I think we should do.
Kushatsma?
Take
Yes.
his army.
He's all the way over there.
If he's gonna,
We're here.
Yeah, he just told him we're going to be in Venice, and he's trying to find passage through Venice.
Well,
I
he's
think-
trying to find passes for his ships.
Right.
Necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, he's got a sending stone. He doesn't have to be there for that. He could talk to them.
Sure. I'm just
Remember,
saying.
he doesn't know.
Instead
that
of working
we-
with
he
him, I
thinks
would rather
that
cut his head off and ship it out.
The last
to
time we
Ghazi.
saw him, we were helping him siege a tower, according to him, as far as he knew.
I'm not in favor of hiring mercenaries. Not for this purpose. We see what mercenaries do to cities.
And I see what mercenaries do when they're on the opposing side of the field. I'd much rather have them on my side.
We're not
than on the
looking
other
to
side.
destroy Ghazi City and rape and pillage the entire city. We're looking to kill Ghazi. Mercenaries rape and pillage.
Oh, mercenaries also kill us while they're in Ghazi's army.
I understand that, but think about if we had mercenaries working for us, what they're going to do to our intended targets. That's not what we're looking to do.
Well,
Am I wrong in thinking this?
No, but I still think finding a way to deplete Ghazi of his army
Yeah.
and
I
bolster
see.
our
I
ranks.
see where you're coming from, but the army that we're going to try to build is not going to be motivated by money.
Right.
There will be money involved to help them, but we will be looking for the people who are willing to do this. And the way that we go about it, we won't lure in people who are just willing to be bought out by anybody.
No,
because of course
I'm aware.
anyone can outfund us. So if we build an entire army off of just because we're giving them gold, it'll never work.
Well, here's the thing. Our idea. We need this army to distract while we cut the head off the beast, literally.
Possibly, yeah.
Ghazi is going to be attacking Constantinople. Presumably, Constantinople will be fighting back. Theoretically, we would have their army. Their army is waging war already.
Mm-hmm.
So why not simply bolster the army in Constantinople with men that we trust and men that will fight for
I
us?
think that's a great
what our goal
idea,
is.
but I don't think that Constantinople should know about it until it happens. Follow me?
Why?
Because I don't want them to somehow eliminate that force as in the idea of taking it as a threat to themselves.
We have been hired personally to guard the Emperor's life. Why would they view us as a threat?
Because if we display power, they will want to take that power away. They will see it as a threat. Even if we pledge ourselves to their defense, they will see it as a threat, and they will eliminate the threat at the first chance. Even if we were to...
I mean, threat or not, they don't need to know that there will be more people on our side. They're already on our side, and they will fight to stop Ghazi. I don't see anything wrong with building up an army to join them.
Well, if their army is going to be marching against Ghazi, we don't even need our army. We bolster their army. Their army distracts, and
that's what
do
we'll
what
do.
we have to do.
But that's what we'll do. We're not here.
Team.
We're not here to build.
This isn't a permanent force.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with recruiting people who will then do more recruitment for us, for more forces.
Sure, but you also have the mind of Irene and other military leaders in Constantinople.
Yeah.
If they have these resources at their disposal, perhaps they would know how to best deploy them. If we have mages...
it can't hurt to ask them where maybe they'll have somewhere we can send people willing to help.
I'm not opposed to it, Jonas, at all. I'm not opposed to it. But I think we just need to tread that line.
Yeah. Well, we're the ones crossing the country here, and if they have a spot where we can send these people that are willing to help on our cause...
The difference is, if we are building our own army, we can be viewed as a threat. If we are bolstering their army, we are not a threat. And then we have these people who have loyalties to us, working with a city, an empire, that has also loyalties to us.
Yeah.
We are somewhat loyal to. We've been friendly with. We don't build our own army. We bolster Constantinople. We bolster the Byzantium.
Okay.
I see that as a possibility.
Yeah.
I think it's
that's kind
premature.
of that's kind of I guess the goal anyway, because the people we'd be bringing on our side, we would be relying on them to convince their own people. We would never be able to convince an entire town to fight for us. But if we can get one man on our side and he can bring the rest of his town who believes in him.
It's the battle of firearms.
Mm-hmm.
It could be little gestures. It could be gestures that help each of these individual places and set them up in a better light and a better path forward, and letting them know that there's these great evils out there, and that everything that has been...
And they're here to stop?
Yeah. And everything that has been putting them in these horrible situations can be stopped.
It's an idea.
I like the idea. I think we should tell them they need to go to this place. Go to Constantinople. I message Irene. I say, we're sending men to help in the battle against Gaza.
Originally, me and Kip, that's what we discussed, is that there would be a place that they would meet to train. It wouldn't be like just random militias that travel.
Sure. Right. And if we've met soldiers, we've met fighters.
And that's the thing. I feel like there needs to be a home location that if we find people who are willing to help, we will pay for their travel and they will meet there.
And if they're in Constantinople, they have the resources of their army.
Yes,
they can train and help Constantinople's army.
So we need to talk to our connections.
That's our
but
attacking force.
Let's not start there. Let's not start there. Let's start by making the contacts. Let's start by building.
I feel like that's
people.
exactly where we should start.
Then we can bring them together when we're ready to bring them together.
I feel like we pull the connections we have now, let them know our plan, and we do exactly what Jonas says. We have a home place that we can send them to. Because if they're going to be committed to our side, if they want to fight for us, they should be willing to travel to where they can get the proper training, the proper tools, and be ready for this fight.
I don't trust them in Constantinople. I don't trust sending these people to Constantinople. I just do not.
Well, maybe we can discuss a spot where we can.
I would be more comfortable with that, but
because for all we know,
we have time.
The connections we have now, we may have a couple people that we can send to a certain spot that no one knows about.
Yes.
Where they actually meet instead of meeting in the heart of Constantinople. That's fine. We can discuss that with the people, but
Constantinople has been the only place where we've been able to trust the people in power. They've only been open and helpful to us.
Well, even if it's right outside the city limits, I see where Borinth is coming from. Just not being such a huge target. There's nothing wrong with trying to have some sort of spot where they meet in secret.
Well, you're billing them as a target instead of help. If they are helping Constantinople, they are not a target. They are not a threat to Constantinople because they are Constantinople. And I don't know why we wouldn't trust them.
I don't think the people that we're going to be recruiting are necessarily going to trust Constantinople.
But
right?
if
So they may
trust
not
us,
want to be
then
sent there.
No, that's the key. If they trust us, they'll go where we tell
We
them.
give them written. We give them.
If they are not willing to
notice.
go where we tell them, then we don't need them in our army.
We go to a blacksmith and we have them draw badges of the sun, and we ship them off with that, and a written notice saying these are honorary champions of the sun. Or these are champions of the sun. They are joining the fight against Osman Ghazi.
I like that. I like that. They fly under our banner.
There are.
So they are welcome when they arrive.
And I message Irene. I tell her what we're doing and see what she thinks. Heck, she might say don't send them at all. And then we move on to something else. But I think that's
Constantinople.
Considering we sack Constantinople. Considering that's where we are going to be headed, and then we move immediately from there to Ghazi. We need them there when we get there.
Yeah. Right. There is nothing wrong with we pull the resources we have first. If they deny us, we come up with another plan. But you're right. We have friends there. There's no reason why we shouldn't try to utilize them first.
I think that
if they're not for it, then okay. We have to come up with our own plan. But if she's willing to deal with and help us with this, there's no reason why we shouldn't send them to Constantinople.
Presumably, we're sending trained fighters. They would be willing to help the military and lend their expertise.
Because there's no doubt about it, he is not going to be as exposed as he was last time.
And then when our squad, when we're done, when Ghazi is dead, they go their separate ways, or they do what they will.
Agreed.
And then it doesn't matter. It's not a threat to Constantinople.
Unless we need them for a greater evil.
But we need Constantinople. If we don't have their backing and we don't have their trust, we've already lost.
All right.
Let's go drink.
Through our travels, we'll try and you'll try and speak with her, and we'll set these plans in motion.
Let's see what kind of reaction we start to get. We start to get the feel of how we can start to work with the people.
Like I said, we recruit a few key people in the towns that we go to.
Mm-hmm.
They will be the motivation for the people who know them, and they'll be able to recruit the rest for us.
We need a list and we need a date. We have a list of people. Argan, Mattias, all of them. All of the people we fought with. I message all of them in turn. And we start gathering them. And anybody else we meet.
All right. So the next couple nights we'll work on that, and we'll get a list going of the people we can try to call upon. We've got plenty of days to think about it on the way to Venice.
Yeah. Let's go drink.
Sure. You know what? I need a drink.
I know.
Sorry about that.
I need a big old drink.
Chumness?
Great stuff, guys.
I have a good feeling
I
about
started
this.
to get used to the rum, but I think we gotta switch back to the ale for the night.
How busy is the street, you said?
I said it was fairly
Are you
busy.
sure?
It's not super busy, but it's busy enough.
No. I'm not
I'm
sure.
gonna
Just trying to think how long we're gonna stay at the store after the game.
I'm gonna cast Flaming Spear and I'm gonna burn the sign off of that inn or that tavern.
I am.
Hey, Chumness, give me more coke.
Not that
Several
kind.
people scatter about the area.
What did you do?
There's some laughs and cackles and
my
people
word.
looking up at
I
it.
was like, wait, who's this?
What did you do? As it burned.
You burnt the building down? What? Just the sign.
Just the sign.
Chumness, what have you
What
done?
was the sign?
It was just the sign.
Someone comes out. What are you doing?
To hold it.
I have to say a word in my head to make it
Yeah.
sound.
Yes, I can relate.
What are you doing? Why are you burning my sign?
What? Who? What?
Who did that? And people scatter. Some people are cackling and laughing, and other people just kind of disappear. Business goes on. Who saw it? Did any of you see who did that?
It was Fat Man. He went down that way.
And grab him!
He's gone. He ran down an alleyway.
What?
I think I've had too much rum.
It's a good thing I'm rich. I can have it remade.
Did you say rich?
Yes. Well, why? What are you?
I'm also a fellow rich.
Fellow rich.
Perhaps I'm not as rich as you. Perhaps you want to buy some of my...
What?
That's a good pun. How dare you?
This is my inn. And how rich are you?
Enough.
Very well.
How rich are you?
Perhaps not as much as you, but I'm wealthy. I was more wealthy.
Yes, until you lost your sign.
No, until I lost my villa in Venice.
I'll tell you
But
what.
that's okay.
Now that my friends are no longer offended by your sign, we will come in and have a
Very
drink.
well. Come on in. You going to the pub?
Yep.
Sure. Okay, you enter the pub. Welcome to the Una Discari Nere. Although I need a new sign.
You mentioned you lost some of your wealth to Venice.
Yes, I lost a lot of my wealth to Venice. It's disgusting. The Doge, he took it. Yes, you look like, except for you, you look like travelers from afar. The first drink is on me.
What is the
you look
Doge?
local.
What is that?
You look local.
Oh, thank you.
What is the Doge? What is that?
The Doge, he is the
Sounds like a bad word.
dirt. He is nothing but the lowest
mayor,
form
I
of
think.
life.
Of Venice?
He's
So pretty important guy.
Who is this guy?
He's the guy who runs Venice.
Yes.
He's describing him as not as important, but he's a pretty important guy.
He's pouring drinks for each of you, going around, and he goes, where are you all from?
We're from all
I
around.
don't even remember at this point.
With filled mugs, he raises a glass, and he says, will you drink with me?
Of course.
Take a dump in the Doge.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Dump in the Doge.
Do a dump in the Doge.
And he swings it back
Go
down the
drop a
pipe.
Doge.
Finishing his drink, he says, he leans over and you see the waitress.
How about it for number two?
Number two.
Number two.
Number
You get it? No,
A number two, sure. For number two.
It's a bad pun.
The waitress working the room looks over, somewhat disgusted. A middle-aged woman. He said, that's my beautiful wife. She is the princess Tieppola of Roschini. Yes. She looks over at him and she replies, stuff it, dear. She goes back to waiting the tables. Yes. You see a couple...
She is something special.
Yes, I love her dearly.
Actual princess, or are you metaphorically speaking?
No, well, I mean, the title is somewhat in question, but no, she's an actual princess.
We keep meeting royalty in bars, like at a weird rate.
We just choose the best bars.
I think it's sort of like, you know.
I mean,
like
royalty
a
in this
man
bar.
is a king
Yes,
of his
well,
own
thank
castle.
you.
Like she
And
is
this
the
is
princess
Niccolo and
of-
Marco Quirini.
So she would be
Sitting at the bar, there are two guys.
You know.
Queen.
One of them looks much older than the other.
I feel like this is the second best bar in town.
What was the first best bar?
Oh, the best bar in town.
The poopy blee blee blee.
The Poopy Bibia.
I've
That
never
was
heard
in the
of it.
last town, but
It's the best bar in
I
town.
think
You
your
guys are
towns
a
are
close
blending
second.
together.
No, I know it's a different town. I'm aware. I'm aware.
that was the best bar in town.
I mean, in the world, but I say town.
That was the best bar in town in the world.
Yeah, and this is the second best bar in town in the world.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I don't think that's true, but
This rum tastes pretty good. So,
I've been to some good bars.
Okay.
do you make this in house?
Ah, yes, we, well, out back. Not in the house itself, but yes.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. It's pretty good. You look around, the pub itself,
I love these craft rum places.
the tavern smells of freshly cut and oiled wood. It is well appointed, and it seems fairly new as pubs go, as taverns go. Despite the happenings in the area, those of you who were here for the siege,
Yes.
it's readily apparent that somebody spent a fair amount of money on this inn.
Around the tavern there are weapons, breastplates, halberds, great swords, and various family crests. Though the tavern looks new, the crests do not. Anybody want to roll a history check?
I will roll a history check.
Sure. Why not?
I'm gonna do it just for fun.
22.
Fail.
I got 17.
Okay. For some reason, I don't know why you know this.
Actually, my intelligence. Remember, I'm a wizard.
Brilliant. Okay.
My intelligence is good.
No, but why you would know that? You look up at one of the
Read a book.
crests,
And
that,
for some reason, I have.
that crest belongs to Benjamonte Tiepolo, the grandfather of the Doge Lorenzo Tiepolo.
I share that with the others.
Oh!
And his
That's
great
too many
grandfather,
words.
the Doge Giacomo Tiepolo.
When did Boris become a learned man?
Guys, I told you 1,000 times. I
I'm a
am
good
smarter than I
listener.
look.
And I'm a good listener.
For some reason, I have advantage in history.
That's what you told
I don't know why.
And you're a master debater.
Oh, but I'm
Do any of the crests?
Yeah.
Are they all
The only thing
Could be
I'm
like,
terrible
Kip
at
has an idea.
Italian?
is making people like me.
They look like it, yes.
The only thing I'm bad at is
You
making
reckon
people
some
like
of
me.
them
What is it called?
you seem to
charisma?
recall, but none of them stand out to you.
Okay.
Okay. He says, "This is Niccolo and Marco
Really
Quirini.
not. athletic.
It's my brother-in-law and father-in-law. Courtesy, my beautiful bride. What can we get for you? Anything else besides these drinks?"
Take some hot food.
Yeah.
Ah, very well. He goes into the back. A short while later, brings out a little bit of food. And so what brings you to Sibinik?
Just passing through.
Passing through on our way to Venice.
Oh, very well. You're going to Venice, are you?
Yes.
What business? I mean, not to pry. What business do you have in Venice?
Nothing particular.
Just passing through there.
Got a lot of shopping to do.
It's just on the way up the coast. I heard it's a very good trade town.
Oh, it's indeed a very good trade town. It was better in the past, but it's still very good. Niccolo and Marco and I, we tried to liberate the people of Venice. Yes, we did. We were defeated. Not by better forces, mind you, but we were defeated by, you might say, treachery and bad weather.
Defeated.
Yes. We engaged the Doge. Yes, the Doge, his bootlickers, if you will, in the Piazza San Marco.
So, is the general? Oh, did you help him or did you? Who did you help?
Which side were you?
No, we weren't there.
We weren't there for that one.
No, we haven't
What
been
is
to Venice
the, what
yet.
is the general
Oh, we were here
census
for
of
the
the
siege.
people?
We were here in
Where do
Sibinik
they
for the
stand on the
siege.
Doge?
Oh, he means he was in Venice.
He said he was
They
liberating
hate the
people.
Doge. He's a miserable tyrant.
Do I know anything about the Doge? I haven't been to Venice in years.
Roll insight, I guess.
Insight?
Sure.
Plus $1 million.
Emilio.
17.
Emilio!
17. You know, he's in charge of a council of 10.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Probably more of a businessman
Uh-huh.
than a power monger of any sort. And they run Venice as a business.
Right. So they... Okay.
Not run ruthlessly, but it's run for economic benefit.
Sure. So probably not the best towards the poorest, and I'm sure there's a class divide, or...
It's probably, you know that Venice is very small
Okay.
in terms of landmass, so the poor probably don't really live in Venice per se.
Okay.
I mean, it's like saying the poor of
Okay.
Beverly Hills. It's probably a very small city.
Sure. So, all right. So probably not. I don't know. You said they're not known for being ruthless or particularly.
You don't
violent,
recall
wicked,
anything. Nothing comes to mind.
Meaning the Doge?
Yeah, I'm talking
Not
about the Doge.
ruthless, not violent, just
kind of.
I mean, he's a bureaucrat.
okay.
From your recollection in that role.
Sure. All right. So
He says my standard bearer was killed by a stone mortar thrown by a widow of some toothless woman named Justine or Lucia Ruzzi.
Yes, despite my bad luck, we retreated to San Paolo, Cesare, and then we burned the Rialto Bridge. Yes.
Very impressive.
Of course, in doing so, I accidentally cut off our retreat. That was a problem.
You didn't wait for your men to cross.
No, I burned the bridge and I couldn't get back across. So, we surrendered, of course. Yes, it was then I was sentenced to exile, as a noble, condemned to damnatio memoriae. My memory will be wiped out.
Well, you did what you had to.
Yes, exactly.
Can we have more ale?
Yes, he starts pouring some around for all of you.
So, what was your hope? To liberate
Yes,
the people?
Yes, to eliminate the Doge.
And do what?
And the Council of Ten.
And then do what with that instead? What replace it with what?
We hadn't got that far.
So, what's wrong with the Doge again?
He's a tyrant.
Okay.
He's and all of his bootlickers. Well, to add insult to injury, they tore down my house and they put up a pedestal there.
Rightfully so.
Pedestal of what?
Yes, it's a mockery.
A mockery?
Yes, it's like a large phallus, if you will.
Huh.
Yes.
Seems like you have more of like a personal grudge against this guy, and maybe
I think you would too if you tore down your house.
But maybe the population may not quite feel the same.
You seem to be doing well for yourself.
Well,
honestly, did you think any of this through?
There's some of it.
I mean, maybe if you had a nice sign out front, maybe more people would be in here.
Yeah, that's true.
I will have it remade. Yes.
So,
How do you say the
gentlemen,
greatest bar in town in Italian?
how long do we plan on staying here? Are we shipping out
That's what you
tonight?
should
Are
name
we
it.
staying tonight?
We're gonna start a chain.
Yeah, a franchise.
Yeah. We will spend the night on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Please. Or I will anyway, definitely.
Greatest.
Well, that's all well and great. Thank you for sharing more information with us,
Yes.
probably than we really wanted to hear.
In the nicest possible way. We say that.
Il più grande pub della città.
That's what you should name the bar. La Grande Papacita.
Il più grande pub della città.
The greatest bar in town. In Italian.
Greatest pub in town.
Well,
Get a
if
franchise.
you're looking for employment, and I know you're rich, I'm looking for some men to tear down that miserable little column that they erected, insulting my family.
We'll see what we can do. How much
We
money
look
is
like
it?
people who just go around vandalizing things.
No, of course not. I don't mean to insult you by any stretch of the imagination. Why would I do that?
I don't know.
No.
Next you'll ask us to kill a
Put
king.
a hat on it.
Well,
Pull a helmet on.
no.
We don't do that either.
Specifically.
However,
We're retired from that.
But how much to tear down the statue? And you'll have to, of course, pay us in advance because
the two other men lean in, and Niccolo leans in. He goes, my father would go with you. He would show you where it is, and no one would recognize him, although they might recognize me as one of the conspirators to overthrow the Doge. What?
Alright.
I think we could do this.
You haven't answered how
Yeah,
much.
how much?
More pressing.
We do.
We have.
They seem
you
to look
say,
to one
you
another.
say you're
Hold
pretty
on.
wealthy, and
Well,
we
we could do
have
this
we have
tonight.
some pretty big goals in mind.
If,
We need the money.
If the pay is good, we do. Yeah, considering.
He leans forward.
10,000.
10,000.
I'm gonna at least double that. That's not enough.
20%.
20,000.
My friend jokes.
10,000 to tear it down.
20 then.
20%.
25.
20% of the profits of the bar.
A phallic symbol in
We own the bar.
We'd have no way of keeping track of that.
You'd have to send it to a place.
Even that's a little too rich for my
We
blood.
send Connor
35.
Duncan to
What
collect
can you
it.
afford?
250.
250,000. You got it.
250 gold.
No, what do we look like?
All right, fair enough.
How do we get from 10,000 to 250?
500.
I know.
You're a
500
very
gold.
bad negotiator.
Listen, 500 gold. We'll take your father. We'll knock the statue down.
And another 500 of your father back.
He leans forward. I can get back on my own. There you go. And you help him.
750 if he wants to eat.
What?
500 is fair. 500 is fair.
500. 500 in gold. And you take
We'll take him to Venice,
my
and
grandfather-in-law
we will knock this
to
statue
Venice,
down.
and you knock down the statue. Done. You can drink for the night if you want.
Sure.
And the
500 gold before we leave, though.
No, half up front, half after.
No, we're not coming back.
We're not coming
We're
back
not coming
here.
back.
Well,
No,
presumably,
he said he'd find his way back.
The
So
other
we get paid now.
The other 250 is on the father.
well,
when we complete it, he
presumably
gives it
the
to him.
father will be holding the money.
yes, he'll hold the
That's
other
fine.
250. Does that sound
That's
reasonable?
fair. That's fair.
Excellent.
$500 for killing an ugly. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a few games going
And he
on.
gets 2 eyeballs right in there.
Right on the
Add to the-
There you go.
It'll be what? How much would that be? That'd be like 600.
What are you guys talking about?
All right,
So you can
so
find
250 now.
it. My humble home stood in the Piazza San Agostino.
Should write this down.
The dirty, dirty doors. He erected the column of infamy bearing these words. These lands belong to Giparchamonte. That's me. And now, for his betrayal, this column has been placed to frighten others and show these words to everyone forever. And that insult must be avenged. And it's also a disgusting mockery.
Honestly, any phallus statue should be knocked down.
Yes, I agree.
Not for the public to see.
No, it's disgusting. It's not for the families of Venice. There are pub games going on around the room.
I'm sorry, Tom. Can you repeat where the place was?
Yes,
We're bringing the
indeed.
guy. He's going to show us.
You're going to be bringing the
He's
grandfather.
bringing us along
Yep.
with him. So he's
in-law.
going to show us.
It's the Piazza San Agostino.
Thank you.
Piazzasaint-Augustin.
What kind of pub games are going on?
There appear to be 2 going on at the moment. One, they seem to have some kind of grid laid out on a table, and another one it seems to be a set of cards or what have you. Other than that, people seem pretty busy with it. There's a few people drinking and challenging each other to drinking games, but beyond that, that's about it.
We're intending on getting out of here, right? That's
Yep.
the plan?
Yes.
That's correct. We got to get to Venice.
All right, old man. You ready to come?
No?
Now.
Yep.
Oh, very well.
We're on our way.
Oh, let me get your money then.
Yes.
He goes in the back and he says, what's his name? Tom.
We hold him upside down. How much money do you really have on you?
Stab him. Shake him out. Throw him overboard.
We murder him, and then we just made free $500.
Yeah. As we were talking about increasing our favor.
Marco
amongst
goes in the
people.
back with him.
Marco's
he comes out. Marco's the
The
grandfather.
grandfather.
He comes back out, and they each have some cash, and they put on the bar a very small pouch. You look inside. Yes, there are gems inside of it. He says, well, "That's 250 gold."
Okay.
Does it feel like it is? I weigh it.
You're pretty sure. Quick glance at it. It looks legit.
How big is the statue? How tall?
Well, I haven't actually seen it. Everyone comes and tells me about it, telling me how insulting it is. I think it's about 15, maybe 20 feet high.
Okay. And you want it destroyed, or do you
Yes,
want it changed
destroyed.
into something else?
Ooh, what
We
would you
could-
change it into?
A house.
Turn it into you, or a statue of you,
Or
and
his house.
change the writing or something. Would that be a better option?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
That would
destroy
be-
it, or
Right.
change it to be in your favor.
But make me look good.
Yeah.
Strong.
Sure.
Handsome. Valiant.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody draw a picture of this guy, so we know.
You sketch it out real quick.
It looks like a dog.
He looks cool.
He's cool.
He's cool?
Apparently, yeah. That's what the card says. The card says.
Okay.
Draw a very cool drawing of him.
Do you do anything else?
Tom, what is around the bar? You said it was like there was armor and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like ornate. It's like a
nothing fancy, nothing special.
I mean,
nothing worth stealing.
Oh, I mean, you'd have to go and pry it off the wall.
Hmm.
I mean,
That would be stealing.
Without even rolling, you suspect that you're running the risk of being seen.
Okay. But is there anything?
We're moving on.
So no, see, the key is you be very noisy and loud.
Tomatoes.
It doesn't matter that you're
Okay.
You want
Let's go, old man. We're headed out.
We'll find you something.
Marcos.
Excellent. Something today. I was just gonna steal something.
Bonjomonte. We will see you
We're
soon.
leaving.
Ah, yes.
Oh, take more money from
Down
the
down there. Make me look great, Granddad.
No money.
We'll do what we can.
You guys head out of the bar. You head back to the docks.
Yeah.
Recommend giving him money.
Emilio's there.
Yeah.
It's night, and he's finishing loading up. It looked like he was getting ready to call it quits for the night. And he goes, "Oh, welcome back.
Let's set sail.
Very well. Why wait for dawn? You guys mount up.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And off you go. It's nightfall. He takes his time getting out of the bay. He doesn't want to run into anything. Anyway.
I can control water and kind of lift up the part of the boat so we avoid any reefs or any sandbars or anything. Just the immediate area that the boat is sailing.
Okay. You do so, and the boat moves slightly more swiftly. As for a gigantic object.
You lift the back end of it up.
No, I'm not trying to make it go
the
faster.
other
I'm
one,
trying to
front end.
just make it safer.
Got it.
So like lift it up so it's less chance of it scraping the bottom.
Old man, what's your job in that bar? What do you do?
Marco?
Yeah, Marco.
I'm
It's the old guy that sits in the corner.
I'm
Waiting for
Keep
someone
the
to take him to
fireplace
Venice.
going.
I'm his wife's father or grandfather.
So you're
brother.
the king.
You don't do anything in the bar then. You don't work. You don't
He's the
work
king.
for the.
Must be.
No, we're not anymore.
What are you good at? What are you good at doing?
I'm very good at keeping books.
Keeping books.
Just like having them?
No, like records.
Oh, records.
Glad you got
Okay.
that.
Just like having them?
I'm keeping books. Yeah, like I keep these books.
So
I just have
he
them.
could be our Champions at Sunscribe.
He's just like he's an old guy.
Oh, is that me finishing your sentence?
Yeah. Yep.
Just sit
I may
off
have laughed
camera.
too much at it, but it was funny. Just like keeping them?
My name is Marco Quirini. And what is your name?
I am Borinth.
Oh, Boris.
This here is Jomnus.
Hello.
That's Kip.
Aye.
And that badass over there is Balder. He'll knock your block off.
Oh, I hope
So
not.
stay in his good favor.
Your vessel. It's very prickly.
Yeah.
Prickly.
Well, now it's
I've
got
got
spears
spears
and
on
everything
it.
hanging off.
Yeah. Yeah, so mind yourself, otherwise we'll end up decorating the side of the ship with you.
It's very prickly.
Yeah.
We may have some
We haven't
may have
talked
some chores
we haven't
for you.
talked about the decoration you've added to this ship.
It's for our best interest.
It's a little much.
You won't strike fear.
Are we
into
going
the
to
eyes
ram
of your
something with
enemy.
this ship?
Maybe.
Apparently a phallus statue.
when the enemy tries to climb over onto our ship and they meet one of those spears or one of those axes that I set up, they're going to be thanking me for that.
You just climb around it.
But
Well, I
what if
mean,
he
the last
doesn't?
time,
He's got to go around it.
He
You're
just
forcing
walked
him
out
to
Comes
go
over on
around
a
it.
flying carpet.
yeah, the last time we
Well,
just walked on
How
water.
did that work out last time?
I mean, we're all alive, and everybody we were fighting died. So we're
Listen,
pretty
it
good,
all
actually.
helps.
I
It all
was- I
counts.
wasn't
It
there.
all counts.
Yeah.
That was Bullet Day.
You were helping.
We may have work for you, old man.
Oh, well, if it's in my ability,
Start sharpening
I'll be
the
glad to
spears.
help.
All right, first thing I want you to do is I want you to take an inventory of everything we have in this ship and write it down in that ledger.
An inventory?
An inventory.
I didn't bring a ledger. You have one.
I'm sure we got something around here.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Write our story.
It's gonna be in the back of
Okay.
scrolls.
We'll start.
Home and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Glad to help.
I'll give you gold for it.
Oh, it's very generous of you, but don't worry about it.
Now he owes us 259 or 249 gold.
Oh,
He's earning
he
his-
still owes us 250.
he's
I just
earning his
gave
travel.
him a gold. That has
Oh, it's
changed
very
nothing
nice.
else.
Hey, you keep it. My
He's earning
son-in-law,
our travel.
he's very wealthy. He's good.
Okay.
All
Thought
right.
we should have gotten more.
What if we hold you ransom?
What? Okay, you venture forth. Hey, you don't get very far in the night, but the next morning, everyone. Let me roll. Figure out what kind of sea it is.
A calm sea.
It is.
This isn't a very wide.
Very calm. DC 0 con. Seasickness check. Anything
I made
but a
it.
1.
I made it.
Anything but a 1.
I made it.
Oh no.
I got a 16.
Okay.
17.
Emilio,
Got,
you venture
23.
out your very brief stay and.
Is this passage of water very narrow? For the most
No,
part?
it's big.
It's not.
No, it's a sea, dude.
Aren't we?
Look, there you
where
go.
are we exactly?
It looks
We
like that.
are here.
Looks like that. There's no land to be seen.
Okay, so this means we just haven't been
Sorry
there.
about
yet.
that. No, that was
Why
at
is
the
it?
court.
This isn't land.
This whole this
That's
is
not
all
land.
ocean.
Oh, okay.
This whole thing. This is
Alright,
just
yeah,
the
that's
edge
what I
of
thought.
the
It looks
ocean.
like that. I
That's
didn't know if it was
Italy.
condensed.
That's Italy.
The Adriatic is.
I know this is Italy, but I
Dude,
didn't
we
know.
learned a couple weeks ago that rivers in the Amazon are miles wide. Okay,
Miles.
so
I just want to be known that we were shocked.
At what?
That how big. Because in
there
your
are
head, you
rivers
picture
that are
rivers
miles
rivers.
wide.
And then we're like, whoa, wait a minute. Thousands of how is this possible?
Yeah, it blew my
We
mind.
were shocked.
Yeah.
We're like, how is that a river?
Took like 20 minutes of the session.
Taymans
more than
freak you.
For the record, I wasn't shocked.
Giant white. Anyway,
I was.
That's a bunch of crap.
I've
You were
never
shocked that the
seen-
Adriatic Sea is this wide. This is a sea.
No, I just didn't know.
Yeah.
the first day. What do you guys do?
Hundreds of miles.
What happened?
We're at
The
sea.
first
What are we doing?
day passes uneventfully if you don't do anything.
I'm doing the usual.
The usual. Second day out at sea.
Doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of pull-ups.
19. The wind
Being
seems
bored,
to
they're having
pick up
strength games.
Yeah. Yeah, we're carrying heavy barrels.
exponentially. It's like 36 to 45 knots. Everybody roll a seasickness check and wow.
Yikes.
A DC 15.
Oh, no way. I failed.
I got a 9.
You are
Of what?
What's the skill check? 15.
I got a 9.
Con.
a 9.
Con.
You are puking
an
over the
11.
side as the boat
That's not good.
heaves
I got a 6.
and
I got a
7.
rolls. And
Oh, we're all hurting.
Yeah, I'm doing my best to hide it, but
you know what,
even
what?
I'm not doing well.
We could see it finally got to us.
Sickness? Like, I think that should be a sailor's.
I get
the
advantage.
water looks a lot like
Oh, did you
that
use
at
it?
this point.
Whoa.
It is
Holy
just
cow.
rocking
It's a
and
hurricane.
rolling.
No wonder I'm throwing up.
Maybe not quite that extreme, but it looks something like that.
It feels like that.
It feels like that.
We should name these storms.
You guys do anything to
Alphabetically.
the extent that you can. You're probably just trying to hold on. And Marco's like, I'm not going to get much inventory done today. Hope you don't mind.
Sounds like an excuse.
Take it out of your paycheck.
The music is wrong.
You're back into it, old man.
Very well.
I love that. Sounds like an excuse.
Man up.
Clean that up.
Clean that up.
You guys are
Oh, not
heaving
again.
over the side.
Come on, man.
Connor, Duncan.
Stop throwing up on the deck.
Strike that from the inventory. Vomit doesn't count.
Can't you throw up
He's
over
all
the
like-
side of the ship?
4 piles of vomit.
Duncan is fine, but Connor is throwing up.
They're puking. There's vomit everywhere. And you
I mean,
guys
look
have
at that.
a restless night's
who would
sleep.
get
The water would be coming over anyway, washing it off the deck.
Yes, very much so. It's probably
fair
rain,
point.
a little bit of rain as well. And next day,
It's almost 10 o'clock.
the waters calm slightly. The waters, what is that?
I haven't even drunk a
is
quarter of it.
Well, that looks close enough. It's still rough. I don't have another picture. It's still rough,
It is
but
really
it's
close.
not quite as rough.
Later than I thought it was.
DC 10 con check for sea sickness.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Sweet. 11.
DC 10.
15.
And you can use inspiration.
I am sick.
I did it.
You are sick. You are
You're the only one
puking
sick.
away.
We all
Okay.
got over it.
Can you hand me roll that up, please?
Oh, you said I
That's
can
the
use
wrong
it
way.
then?
But I
You know
can't
what? I'll
reach
use. I'll use a thing. What is it? DC 10?
Yes, it is DC.
Oh my god, you guys. It's
Double
comp.
19.
I've never had a scroll, alright?
So dirty 20.
My Torah.
Can you take the old figures off of the ship? Old. The folks who are not there.
Who is not there?
Well, Vanius.
What's
with all these?
By Rexon.
What company?
I don't know where this came
That's
from.
everything.
That's it.
It was underneath.
We're all here.
I don't know.
I think he threw that at you.
Louis is up top.
Okay.
Oh, and then
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Connor.
Oh, okay. You
and
got
Duncan.
I didn't know you had taken them off.
Oh, jeez. They are below decks.
They are below decks.
We need minis for Connor and Duncan.
Louvier is
I
below
have a
decks.
A sheet?
They're level 2 fight.
We have to 3D print minis for Connor and do.
Let's do it.
Connor and
What are
Duncan.
They are collectively a level 2 fight.
Collectively.
They each have 13.
I think we got the thing with the townspeople.
Oh, yeah.
Just print them.
Oh, yeah.
The
Actually,
town's guards.
the one
That's
Kickstarter
music
song.
sound better.
Yeah.
The town's guard.
I still haven't got any of them.
I do have two. I do have the
The
fighters
storm
releasing
is
October. I can print those.
raging at this point, and all of a sudden, somebody who's is it all are all of you on deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working the deck. I'm working some of the masts
we,
and stuff.
we have to
We're
be
working it.
making sure the
I'm
ship
at the,
stays
I'm at the
together.
front.
Yeah.
Thomas, I think Woden is upset. He is angry today.
what is that?
No, that's
Woden?
not good. Okay, that direction.
The rum version of
Something
Odin.
rears its ugly head. Roll
Oh,
initiative.
No!
Oh!
We didn't agree to this. Get rid of him. Shout loudly.
The bad guys have an 18.
I have an 18 as well.
I have a 22.
Okay,
You
so
guys have
put
an 18?
your
Player
choice. What do you want?
Where's
ties.
the pen? The marker?
I don't know.
We don't have the marker.
Where's the marker?
The
Tom?
vis-a-vis.
Here
Where's
we
the
are,
vis-a-vis?
the vis-a-vis.
Okay, the opponents have an 18. You have a what?
22. And Balder had an 18 as well.
What armor are you guys wearing, if any?
All my armor.
Okay, I
I
need the
never
sheet.
wear armor.
Okay, so you never wear armor. Jumnus, are you wearing armor?
I have my shield tied to me.
Your
That's it.
shield
He
tied
acts
to
like
you.
I'm smart enough to take off my heavy armor.
I am wearing studded leather.
Studded leather. Okay. So you are wearing your studded. Okay, and you have all of yours on. Understood. Wyland is not here right now. Awesome.
Do we have party honors?
About the blue no.
Is Emilio Fada Bruno? Oh, whatever.
Emilio
Connor Duncan.
Fondabruno's holding on to the wheel
They
as
are below
best he
decks going
can.
up.
And the others
Connor
will
Duncan.
go below decks.
This is super cool. What is this?
Here, bring it back so I can take a picture.
That is a female Cthulhu?
That's what it looks
Water
like.
monster?
A female Cthulhu water monster. I'll go with that.
What is it?
Here, put it right back.
Female
It
Cthulhu
looks like
water
Cthulhu,
monster.
but it's got boobs.
It might just be.
Kabooblu.
Kabooblu?
Might be.
A kabooblu.
It might be working out.
There you go.
Okay.
He says it's pecs, but everyone goes, no, it's
No,
not.
it's
Wow,
a,
it's weird seeing such a short
It's a
list of.
kabooblu.
It's a kabooblu.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
It's so bad. Kabooblu. That's the name of the episode. Kabooblu.
Kip, you are up.
Oh, crap. All right.
Do something cool.
I don't
You
have
are not
anything
seasick,
cool.
correct?
No, I am not seasick.
Is anyone seasick?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I luckily used inspiration to not be
Okay.
seasick.
So this thing obviously is aggressive to me, right?
It looks like it's
No,
coming.
not at all.
It came up out of the water. This massive, swirling mass of water, and it's coming toward. It's
It could be friendly.
moving toward the vessel.
All right.
Yes, like it wants to embrace you.
Like it wants to. Okay, it doesn't sound good. All right, so I will immediately cast.
I don't think it's a kraken.
Is he right on top of it? Like, how
It's a
far away is
kabooblu.
he?
He is. Sure, he's right there.
Okay. I will immediately cast silence over this zone,
Whoosh! This silence spell.
which
now
is
it's
a
quietly gonna kill us?
20-foot radius, so that should quietly kill us. I don't know if he can cast. I have no idea. I don't know what it is.
Sounds something like that. Anything else?
Well, for whatever movement I have, I will just take to high ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna start. Actually, I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm gonna climb the mast to the crow's nest.
Okay, movement is halved. It's like difficult terrain because the ship is rocking back and forth.
I am climbing the mast to get to the crow's nest.
So those words trigger me every time. I never want to hear the words difficult terrain ever again.
So.
I'm done with that.
Trigger. How do you fight water? Like, will my arrows go right through?
Yeah. Okay, attacks are normal.
I have
Skill
nothing
checks are at plus 2 DC level.
just did, I
okay,
guess.
so just roll and so you can get to the mast and you start to make your way up. You're about halfway up. Roll an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Is good. No. Oof. Well, hang on. I got inspiration.
Okay, well, you know you're not going to make it all the way up this round, so your mind, you might want to wait or not. Okay, or not. So when you slide back down, you're at the base. So you're holding on to the mast at this point. Boulder, you are up, and the opponents are on deck.
It's my brand new dice.
It was underneath the map, so I don't know.
With all that practice I've
I
had,
gave each of you one before, right?
I used one, so this must be the one he
used.
used. That's okay. It was under the map, so I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
with all that practice I've had for the last 5 days, I chuck my hammer at it.
And I get a
Natural 1.
Oh boy.
Natural 1, fumble card, please.
No, don't draw that.
Don't draw that. Oh, wait. No, give it to him.
Oh, sorry.
I am disarmed. Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
The attacker's weapon flies out of its hands. That's almost like what I did anyway.
The weapon flies out.
It completely misses him.
And it goes back past your hand and eventually pops right back into your hand again because it's magical.
Magic. I do have to use a bonus action to do that.
Okay, so you absorb,
that is something
probably weren't going to do anything anyway. Or were you on your bonus?
I mean, I guess I could still attack again because I attacked with my action.
Sure.
So I can use my bonus to pull it back and chuck it again.
Sure. Absolutely.
2.
Yeah, we're
Now
moving up
plus
in the world.
9, so 11.
No.
He doesn't have any armor.
Whoosh. Okay, the hammer splashes against him.
He's impervious to my attacks.
11. Yeah. Okay. And let me see. What's he got right in front of him? He's got the tiger kip, and on that side the dog.
Oh well, I'm by the mast. I don't know.
Okay, so push your figures where they are.
Yeah.
Let me see. The tiger kip, or rather tiger or the actually. Let me see. 1, 2. Let me bigger die. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boris.
To be fair,
Emilio Faldebruno, the tiger, or go ahead.
I no longer have my hammer because I did throw it again. I can't get it back right now.
Okay, so
to be fair, when my turn comes around again, I don't have it.
Okay, just remind me when your turn.
I'd have to bonus action it
Okay,
back.
so right now he's swinging
Just
away.
being fair.
This
I
huge
don't have it right now.
lashing arms bash away at Borinth. Okay. Borinth, these massive waves of water come crashing at, trying to crash at you. Oh yeah. Natural 20. Critical card, please. And 7. Plus a lot. Okay, maximum damage.
Plus a lot.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's the best one he could get.
Okay, this.
That is actually for us, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so one of them does 42 points of damage to you.
Holy hat rack.
That's the maximum damage. And the other one.
Holy hat rack.
Huh? You haven't gone
No,
yet.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, no. Yikes.
And the
Yep.
other one.
Wait, other one?
does-
There's 2 of them?
Yes, he hit you twice.
There's
I thought you were doing
Okay.
another one. I'm like, what the hell?
Good roll.
It's a maximum.
It's gonna hit.
Which means
30 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Bludgeoning, if it matters.
God, he's a
not great,
barbarian.
Bob.
I'm not
Okay, Jumnus, you are up.
Yeah.
70 something points of damage just now.
Oh, no. Okay.
Jonas, can you make the ship fly away?
No.
Yeah.
I'd have been dead. He'd have taken me out.
You attacked the furthest one away from him.
I could.
I rolled
technically,
randomly,
but
Father Bruno was on.
Wait.
It's a
Sure.
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 I'm going to balls.
What happened was Emilio turned the wheel and it spun the ship towards him.
That was a closer one. As Born's all like, oh my god.
Whole stomach is ripped open.
I'm gonna, with my bonus action, with my regular action. I'm gonna, I guess, catch some of the water from the rain, and I'm gonna spread it on the ground, and I'm gonna cast Water Walk.
Okay.
On everyone on the ship.
What does that do?
You can move across any liquid surface as if it is a harmless solid ground.
Oh, so he can't hurt us anymore.
A perception check as you're casting this.
No, we can't drown when we get knocked off
No,
the
he's
boat.
liquid. He can't hurt us anymore. It's a natural surface.
20.
Automatically move away.
As soon as
Every time he hits
as you're
us, it just
casting it,
tickles.
you realize that his watery arms will also become solid and continue to be
Is that gonna do more damage? Though?
That'll do less because he
just
can't
what
hurt us.
occurs in that brief moment in your head.
It's less because he can't hurt us now. He's water.
Okay, it's cool.
I don't know. My whole logic is that I just don't want us to drown.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's
It's
safe,
cool.
solid water.
It's cool.
Read the spell again. What does it say?
To move across any liquid surface, such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava, as if it were harmless solid ground.
So it's harmless.
Up to 10 willing creatures gain this ability.
So the
But if the
watery
keyword says
limbs
move
become
across.
solid.
Harmless solid.
No, it says
It does say harmless solid
But
ground.
it says when you move across.
Yes, when you move across them. That is correct.
So if
So
we
it's
ran
not necessarily
across
it moving
his
across
arm
you.
moves across
It's you
us.
moving across.
And we
yes,
move
if you
across.
move across it, if you
So if we
walk-
run across him,
if you can run across a large moving object. It's up to you, dude.
Jonas, what have you done?
I mean, I'm gonna do it because I don't want anybody to drown, but I.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm
Okay.
trying not to. I don't want
It
to
did that much damage to me when it was water. I mean, doesn't matter if it does a little bit more.
I'm out.
Like really?
Just like the other game.
just take the compass.
And then I can't do anything else, so
Hey,
I'm
Brian,
gonna.
I take Kip on my shoulders. I jump off the ship and we run.
I'm out.
I'm gonna stay here. I'm just gonna move to the edge, I guess.
Okay, Boris, you are
We'll
up.
see you at the next island.
I am going to rage. I'm going to go into a frenzied rage. Why not? Right?
Okay.
I'm almost dead anyway. And I am going to get right up in his face. And I am going to, would I know that I can now walk on water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you'd feel it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I am going
Because
to
you feel the puddles on the
jump
deck.
on him.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check.
Or athletics?
I think it would be
would have.
acrobatics to
Well,
jump.
what's the difference?
You're trying. What are you trying to do?
Just jump on top of him?
And stay on top of him, right? This is this large, moving mass of water, albeit a solid.
How else am I
moving
going to hit
mass.
it?
No, all we're doing is rolling in acrobatics to get.
I
on
know.
top
I know.
of
I'm just thinking, like, how else would I be able?
there are
Otherwise you fall on
limbs
the ground.
So I got
flailing
a
toward
12.
you. 12. Okay, you leap up and you find yourself kind of sliding down his front toward the water, down like in between, if you will.
Okay.
In
I'm gonna
towards
take
his moves.
All right,
Like
I'm
you
gonna-
didn't really land on him, but you're
Okay.
not like. You realize as soon as you slam into him, you're like
Stuck between
kind of like sliding down. Your feet are on him at this point.
Okay,
You can
I'm gonna
attack if you
take
want.
a hit with my axe side. Try to dig into him. First attack. It is
30
a
to
22 to hit.
Ah, that hits.
And that is 13 points of damage.
13 points. Okay.
Second attack.
And it's a magical weapon, correct?
Yes, that's a good point. It is a magical weapon, correct?
It's a 19 to hit. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
And then I'm just going to roll my third attack. And then I'll do the damage. And that was so close. 30 to hit.
30, yes, of course.
Alright, so
What was it close to?
18, another 18 points of damage.
Okay.
And then another 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, 18 points of damage. I'm
He
not-
collapses. No way.
Oh, right.
Too strong. Nerf born.
He goes into the ocean.
18 more, right? 2.
Yeah. So it was an 18 and 18 and a 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, 38?
That is Borth. Anything else?
36 plus 13.
I want to try to make it so that last hit though that I'm not going to pull my axe back out. I'm going to lock it into him and try to hold on. Try to see if I can help stabilize my position on him, so I'm not going to slide all the way down.
Okay, roll a. I'm going to say roll a strength check with disadvantage. Okay.
So I'm raging, so it would be
balances out straight up.
Right.
Okay. Because the water is heaving around.
Just strength check.
Sure.
12.
12. It just manages to cut right through it. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay quite into it. But you're right there. You're still right where you are. You don't think he's like, unless he moves away from you, which you're going to get an opportunity to attack. You'll be able to go. Again, anything else?
No, that's it.
Top of the second round. Kip, you are up. Boulder is on deck.
Oh, as I jump over, I'm going to make sure I let out a loud yell.
How
coming for you?
How far up is the mast? Or the crow's nest?
How far up is the crow's nest? The crow's nest is
30 feet.
Watch out for that water elemental. Call it 25 feet.
Awesome. I will Misty Step up to the top of that.
Whoosh!
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
Yep, and then I will shoot some arrows. Actually, there was
Okay, roll a perception check, everyone.
Perception?
Yes.
It's dirty 20.
Ooh, wait a minute.
That's
wait
a dirty 20.
minute.
Dirty 20.
I got a 20.
Oh, 3 dirty 20s.
14.
And a 14.
Okay.
Bringing us down, man.
The three of you know there's someone trapped inside of the beast at the moment,
crap.
and you happen to think that it
There's
looks almost like a
someone in there!
barbarian for some bizarre reason.
A barbarian.
Okay, you are up.
Oh,
Kip.
no.
Yeah, so I Misty stepped up, and then I will
Shove him to
Pick it up
solidify
with
him.
you
How do we get
throwing
him out?
down.
Yeah, I will shoot a couple arrows at the element.
But only to us.
All right.
He's still liquid.
Yeah, he can get out. Or
It's
it's
still liquid.
That's a what am I doing? Ability actions, attack. That's a 14.
14 does not hit.
All
Wait a
right,
minute, are we still on the ship?
Second attack. 15. That's 25.
25 hits.
Okay, and then a 1d8. 5. So that's 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage to it. Awesome.
And then
Anything
I
else?
will tell my pets to go below deck.
Okay.
They are useless out here.
They
Aw, your tiger could have
sturdy-
totally jumped off the ship.
I'm saving them.
You could have killed them. It would have been awesome.
Did they have waterlogging?
Yeah. Every single one of them did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they all did.
They will go below deck.
All right. But they have waterlogging.
I don't think
granted them that.
I don't think you'd be able to convince them that. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. You can walk
Yeah,
on the water.
especially the tiger. The tiger ain't having it.
Tigers actually like water.
Well, this tiger doesn't like the ocean.
No, that's when the
Boulder,
tiger's in his zoo.
you are up.
I will.
Cast Hunter's Mark if I cast Misty Step.
What would I do?
You can.
Okay.
Especially the
How
Misty Step.
about-
Not only is your bonus action, but also is a spell.
Oh, right.
I
It is
cast.
a bonus action.
Chromatic
Two reasons you
orb.
can't do
You are
it.
correct. And correct.
Which is what? 3d8?
I know the game, so
Okay, this thing is
This is why I
massive, so you can easily avoid hitting Borinth. Then you sure go for it. Is it roll to hit?
It is. You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature you see within range. You choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, blah blah blah, and you make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
And we've got a. What is that?
Ah, that's what happened. So I did click it. It didn't
Did you
count
want to mark
against
that
it.
thing yet?
Not
16?
yet.
16 does not hit.
I Misty Stepped. I had to get up
Oh,
to the
so
top.
close. So
I had to burn it.
And that's it.
That's it. It is the opponent's. Let me see where he's going to go.
Crap. So good.
He's gonna go back to
Cast
the ocean.
Silence. I cast Silence the first round. And then I cast Misty Step the second round.
Okay. He goes that way. And he's
it's
going to
Mississippi.
go, let me see, right or left.
And I can't cast two
And he
spells.
chooses to go to this side. He makes his way around here and he moves. How far can he move? He can move a lot.
So he's out of the silence.
You get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
Three,
I'm gonna attack
4,
him.
5.
Nah, let him go.
That's a 30.
She's over 11. 12 is 60. Yeah, he can still go there. So he's right there at this point. He swings around. Flavio's trying to spin the wheel to get away from him.
14 points of damage.
14 more points of damage to him.
And he's no longer silenced, by the way, if that matters at all.
Okay. Awesome.
He blows it away.
Borinth is probably still silenced, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And
But I could drop it at any time.
he swings away at Balder. Or correction, Borinth. I mean, Balder.
Yeah, whatever.
Balder.
Same thing.
Balder.
He goes to the other side of the ship and still hits you.
And he looks like he's going to try and lunge on to the top of the deck too, but he's swinging with his 2 arms at you. And I'm pretty sure a 20 does not hit, but the other one is a 28. That does hit, correct?
A 28 hits.
A 28.
I'm gonna use wording flare. He's at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
For that hit.
For that hit. So he's got to roll that 1 over again. And a 9 plus 15. 24.
24
So he still hits.
I tried.
Try,
Man. I don't know what you want.
You know what? My shield activates.
Oh, wow.
Get him out of here.
My
shield
activates.
later.
Whoosh! And it doesn't do anything.
Get him out of here.
Increases
2
by
reactions.
5, right?
Yeah.
Whoosh! The shield
Well, no.
dissipates it.
It only goes to 25.
Oh, it can max. He can go to 24.
It's
But he
max.
rolled a 24, so
it's
whoosh!
max.
The shield
Fire
dissipates.
blast and then shield.
It's good. Shield. Okay.
Get him out of here.
And the body seems to roll forward onto the deck, almost like this, like wash overhead. And so each of you make a DC 15 strength save.
Oh, no. 15?
15, your success. You are pushed back 30 feet. You're thrown back onto the deck.
Alright. So
I got a
I'm
15 plus 9.
15 plus 9, you were also pushed back. You are glad because you have a funny feeling you would have been sucked into the body. Okay.
Oh, but then I
we
could
do
have punched
have-
my way out.
Also, we have water
Go
walk,
for
so
Maybe I should.
Too late.
Tom, did that affect me up in the crow's nest?
No, he didn't roll that far forward. He just kind of like rolled the
Okay.
equivalent of
Right.
rolling to like
Put 'em on.
That's
here.
fine.
You know, I can't. It's like this blob of water just kind of washed
put 'em
over
on.
to
can
it.
he stand up? Will that break
You can
the ship?
try. Sure. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That looks pretty cool.
Oh no!
Oh no.
It's like I'm looking him right in the eye.
Okay, that was the opponents. Jumnus, you are up, followed by Orin.
Jumped off the
He's
ship.
still connected to the water.
You're
isn't he?
on. So there's waves,
Listen,
man. You can run up a
listen.
wave and jump at
Who
them.
told you to jump off
How
the
cool
boat?
would that be? That's even cooler. Do that.
The ship is tossing and turning.
I love Kip in the crow's nest there.
Look a little wood.
It's so good.
Ready?
Uh,
View of Kip
On the
of
crow's
what's to
nest.
come.
That's what I see. That's awesome. That's Instagram material right there.
Kip's view before he died.
all right.
The last thing he saw with his one eye. The other eye saw Baldur's hammer.
That's good.
All right. I'm
That
gonna
is good.
cast a spiritual weapon at level
Let's get a picture of Bourne
3.
hiding behind
Third
the
level.
ship.
Third level spiritual weapon.
Third level spiritual weapon.
So it pops
hoping to
up.
hold
With
on
like
to him.
12 hit points.
Oh no! I
What the? Come on.
ruined everything.
Finish you.
Rule number 5.
All right. Hold on. Put him back.
Lay off the rum.
Or is it
Sorry.
rule 6? That's really big. It was 5 or 6.
I don't remember.
Respect-
Oh, respect minis.
So it's a fiery scimitar.
Oh, fire.
Oh, well, it's radiant damage, but it
Okay.
is coated in holy fire. And then that is a 21.
21 hits.
That
Definitely
was like
hits.
rule number 7.
I was gonna move it to
That was
him
rule number
before
7,
him.
Brian.
I didn't touch
Do
it.
not touch the dice,
I
please.
stopped. I stopped before
Rule
I touched
number
it.
7.
So
I was
it
trying
deals
to be kind and moving it closer to him. and I caught myself.
8 plus 5, 13 points of radiant damage.
It's nice with the waves.
It cuts through it.
And then with
Shot
my
of what's going on.
action,
have to share this.
I will cast.
This is the Instagram guy.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame.
How many points of radiant did you say?
8 plus 5, 13.
13.
And then he's got to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah. Every time I try, it says you're over the size.
You know what you do?
What's his number?
He needs to get 17 or higher.
Snip is so easy. I usually do screenshot.
Okay. Then nothing happens.
Like I screenshot it and then send it.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's my turn.
Okay.
I usually have to
you noticed that the
screenshot the
arrows
photo
didn't
of
do
the
as much
photo
damage as you
and
thought
then
they
send it.
might normally do.
I
I
don't know what I got, but
Borinth, you are up.
Don't you have Hell of Thorns or something? You got some cool stuff.
All right,
yeah, but
I can't see myself right
jump
now.
back on
You
the
are
magic
right
thing.
here.
So if I run 40 feet, am I able to get to like his base?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yes. And he's all the way down to the water.
Okay, yeah, I'll run over there.
Whoosh. So there's like
Then you'll
35
jump in.
right. I call it 40 right
Okay,
there.
and
Makes
I'm
sense?
gonna start
with
swiping
the,
away.
So I believe the extra 6 points of damage would be magical, right?
Come get some.
Whoosh. You're
That
swinging
is,
away.
19, that's a 20, dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 hits.
Spell using a
That is a 21 to hit,
21 hits.
and that is another 21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right.
Hail of Thorns, that's all I got.
Oh, that's an 11 points of damage.
11 points with your magical hammers.
Yeah, I'm using the axe side, but
Yep.
it doesn't really matter. And then that's 14 points of damage.
14 points hit. Does damage.
And that is 21 points of damage.
Call Dave's character and 21 to get him there, but
11, 14, and 21.
Yes. You guys have
I don't see why Baldur
done
couldn't
like
punch him
100.
You guys, just one guy.
hey, I did.
You did nothing.
13 points of damage.
17 points so far, by my calculations. Okay, anything
0.
else?
Plus 0.
No, that's
Right
it.
on my level.
Everybody having a good time?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Are we
Huh?
pausing? Is that
Yeah,
it?
because we're at the
Okay,
bottom of
yep.
the round,
Nope, that works.
guys.
Cool.
We're at the bottom of the round.
Well, now I've had a
the
terrible
sea is raging. You
is
see
bad.
other lumps rising in the distance.
what?
No. Wait, other what in the distance?
Or another lump rising in the
We're
distance.
gonna find another. You have some of those minis?
Throw up.
No, he has a Cthulhu coming too.
Whoosh.
What? No,
is.
that would have. That's a
Okay, everybody,
I should have said you were having a good time.
Did you guys have a good time?
Yes.
Oh, we did until
Yes.
just
For the
now.
love of God, yes. We had a great time.
Yeah, you know, it's so good we don't even need that other
We
one.
don't need it. We had such a good
We
time.
had
with
such a
just-
good time without it.
You know, three's a crowd, man.
Okay.
Yeah, right? Two is a crowd at
Hey,
this point.
maybe, Louvier, if you're watching, maybe you wake from your stupor below, and who
Jonas.
knows, somebody else might join us next
Make room
week.
on, make room on that door.
From his scurvy.
Going around the table.
I'm gonna say I
Make
cast-
room on that door, Jonas. We're gonna need it.
Mattias, get in the fight already.
The ship is going
Cleaning his
down.
armor.
Mattias isn't here
I know.
anywhere near.
Okay, going around the table. What was your highlight, Ryan? If there was one.
No. My highlight was the plans that we set in place for creating an army.
That was pretty cool.
I don't know how it's gonna,
I'm looking forward
Fletch
to
out,
hearing
but
how you guys are people.
I think it was
I have the money. I feel like we can get a following behind us,
Get
and
it
I look
started.
forward to evolving on that.
Awesome. Awesome.
If we make it to land,
if we survive,
we're doomed.
Yeah.
We're doomed.
it's not a guarantee.
It's over. Okay, 750 on experience. You're 9th level, correct?
Yes.
9th level, 750 on experience points. I hope you had a good time.
Of course.
Mark, what was your highlight, sir?
Yeah, there was some good RP, I think, going on. I think Kip had an opportunity to start maybe revealing some stuff. The dream sequence. I know metagaming wise, but people get to hear a little bit of that, right?
Yeah.
And then being able to highlight some of the stuff that he's been involved in, right? With the Kshatsma now, they're aware of that. So revealing some of that stuff was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you. I enjoyed it too. It would be interesting to see where it all goes. The party's like with the loss of
I like how
Madius,
Borth is still standing.
Louvier not being here, Phyrexin / Gundrig not here. They
I hope Gundrik's
No, we slashed Gundrik.
Gundrik has decided.
It's interesting.
We
You got
slashed
to change. I hope you guys bear with me if it seems awkward at times. I hope it doesn't, but I hope
No, that was a good
I hope I
exit.
hide it well.
That was a good temporary exit for Madius.
You gotta
and,
do. So.
You're still level 8, correct?
He has a root.
You're at level 8?
I am level 8, yes.
Okay, a 1,000 on experience,
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Brad, what was your highlight?
I think there were a lot of good stuff in this session, but for me, it was Nikos and the little bit of
that was cool.
samurai magic that he did, knowing that it touched an NPC and it seems to be spreading a little bit.
Did something good, finally.
Yeah, that made me feel really good. I was really
Cool.
happy about that. So.
Cool. You're still level 9, correct?
You did something
yes.
good finally.
1,000 experience, sir. I'm sorry, 750 experience, sir. 750.
Okay.
Brian, Borinth, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
What was your highlight, sir?
I enjoyed our talk about building an army. That was a lot of fun. And
I think that could lead to some pretty awesome stuff.
yeah, I think it was cool.
Got
I think it was cool
possibilities.
how we were kind of bouncing ideas off each other for the first time while RPing, while
Yeah, like, I know what you mean.
making
That's
it
worse than
up
I
as
did.
we were going along.
It's kinda like-
improving it.
I like
and
that.
that
Because
was
it's
a
kind
lot
of like
fun.
we kind of break character when we do stuff like that, and this
Yeah.
time we just stayed.
I mean, because like sometimes we talk about stuff, beforehand, but this time it was just really just kind of sprung up, and everybody really participated a lot in it, so it was nice, and everybody was listening, and it was cool. And then I always like learning more stuff about like the book and what's going on with it, and I appreciate the DM putting magnetic feet on the Raven.
that was good.
But yeah, no, that was fun. That was all a lot of fun.
Oh, cool. I'm
So-
glad you had a good time. You're still level 8, correct?
Yes, I am.
1,000 on experience points. 1,000. Louvier, if you're at home, hope you feel better.
I gotta catch up some.
We might have somebody, as of right now, we have somebody scheduled to join us next week. Looking forward to that.
Oh, it's next week.
I mean, next session.
Well, yeah.
Next session. Next session.
Can you believe it's already
Provided
October
we haven't
next
scared
session?
them away. We'll see how that goes. I hope, again, I had a good time. I hope
We need at least one session before we scare them away.
there you go. Well, you
It
will
usually
probably.
takes-
She was in
you will
Twitch tonight.
probably
It takes
get,
one.
You will
Usually.
probably get
As
one.
long as she can handle the fact that chances are I'm gonna knock her character unconscious. The
And
first
there's
It
Nazis.
does. It happens.
She
every
was in
time.
Twitch earlier, so she's probably still watching. Hello.
There you go. Okay. Okay, I appreciate it, guys. Everybody, I hope everybody had a good time. Thank you for watching Seven-Sided Dice Carpathian Adventure. We would like to thank Siren Escape for the use of their audio sound effects. That's www.syrinscape.com. Thank you, artists Yenu and Silky Noir, for the terrific character art. Please patronize them via the @ at Yenu Draws on Instagram, @ Yenu on Tumblr and Twitter, and patronize Silky Noir on DeviantArt. Did we have any comments in the chat room?
There was a beginning.
Not as
Quiet
much as
tonight.
normal, but
My chat's weird. I can't see the chat.
it's you have to be logged into the chat. You gotta
Okay.
log- so-
Well, either way, please comment in the Twitch chat room, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. While we do this strictly for fun, please let us know how we might improve the stream or just improve.
Comment and show.
Lastly, please follow us on Twitch and Instagram. Please like on Facebook and YouTube, and please subscribe on YouTube so you don't tune away to that other more popular channel. Immediately after our show, we start streaming Critical Role. So for now, thank you for watching. Roll a 7-sided die.
That's right, every time I go home, critical.
Dungeons and Dragons!
Okay. What button am I pushing here, Tom? There.